Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here, just getting set up quickly. Just going to the bit where I can see the messages, live control room. I'll let you know when I can see you. If you wonder what I got in my ear, got a bit of an earache today, so well, it's weird. I don't know if I've ever said I've got like a perforated eardrum, collapsed eardrum, and I don't know. Sometimes it just hurts. So sometimes if I just cover it up, it just seems to help. Yeah, it's been playing up a lot today. Right, weapons and stuff's on. You right, mate? And the Fallout player's on. All right. Yeah, it looks like everything's going. Yeah, that's all I've been up to today. I was going to do a video earlier on what was it? I was going to do one of the knives. I was going to do another one of the knife videos, but I just didn't bother in the end. So then I thought I'd do this. Can you hear me all right? Weapons off night 3. I've had my ears constantly be blocking up with sinuses due to my cold. Yeah, I bet that's a pain in the ass. I've had I've had bad ears since probably since I was a child. Been pretty much deaf in this ear since I was a child, you know, since before 12. And when I was 20, I had a grommet put in, and then obviously the grommet falls out sometimes. I think it's supposed to fall out. The grommet's fallen out, and I've now got a hole in my eardrum. Yeah, today it's just been playing up. Callum Peach, all right? All right, mate. Yeah, I've got some knives here actually, because I'm going to do some knife recommendations. I've had some plans for these live streams. I thought we'd do some. I'll show you some stuff I would recommend to you, and then we'll also do I thought we could do a thing where we recommend films to each other, and you lot can recommend films to me, and then I'll write them down as you recommend them to me. We won't do this right now, but as you recommend them to me, I'll write them down, and then at the end of the stream, or at some point, we'll vote on which one's the best, say, and then we'll all watch it, sort of thing, or whoever wants to. I'll definitely watch it, but we could all watch it, you know. So Callum Peach, that's you, Peach Nater, is it? All right, mate. Fallout player said first day of spring in 4 days. Woohoo! Yeah. Funny thing is, my mum was going on about spring cleaning the other day, and I said to her, I've already done it. I like to give, obviously with guns, you get quite a lot of dust on these, so I had to give them a good old clean recently. Harry Man Walsh, hope you're keeping well, man. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I was just saying, if you wonder what this is in my ear's been playing up a bit. Not an ear infection or anything, but sometimes it just, I've got like a perforated eardrum and a collapsed eardrum, so sometimes it just hurts. I mean, sometimes covering it up just seems to make it feel a bit better. I've got some tablets to take a bit later, painkillers. Weapons Off 93 said, do you use the silicone cloth on them to keep the surface rust off? Yeah, I use, if not silicone cloth, bit of silicone oil on a cloth. Yeah. Silicone gun oil, I notice that keeps things lovely. That's why my BSA Lightning and my Webley, they're both over 15 years old. They look near enough brand new, you know. Fallout player, that Cosmoline though. Oh, I've missed one of his. He said, Fallout player said, I'm going to watch Super Troopers 2. I don't think I've seen that one. Is that the ones, that's the in space ones, isn't it? And they're fighting the sort of bugs or whatever, aren't they? I think I've seen the first one and I did like it. Was that made by, am I imagining this, was that made by Paul Verhoeven, whatever his name is? The first one? Don't know. I like his films. Most of his films are quite good. Weapon and Stuff 93 said, yeah, every few months I get surface rust off my air rifles and give them a good new coat. It does really work good. My air rifles that are kept in those gun bags, clean them every time I touch them. They look virtually brand new still. You know. Oh yeah, Weapons after that. Starship Troopers. Yeah, he did RoboCop. Nice one, mate. Yeah, yeah. Funny thing is, when I said Super Troopers, I was thinking to myself, that don't sound right. Yeah, yeah. Starship Troopers. I thought that was all right. RoboCop's very good. Uncut version. That's brilliant. But I've got a couple of DVDs here. I'm going to show you all later. I'll recommend those to you. And then I've got some knives here that I'll show you later when we're not, you know, if we get to not talking about something. Do you know what I mean? Weapons Off 93. And I've read that one. Callum Peach. Walking home now in the dark. I've got a tack pen. My 1020. I am taught. Oh, 1020 lumen taught me. Anyway, I've actually got a tactical pen in my hand at the minute. That's because I was getting ready to write something. I've got two of them out today. I don't know what I've done with the other one though. I had one of the aluminium ones out as well. Fallout player. No, Super Troopers is a comedy. It's about a group of state troopers that F around. Super funny. Look up a few clips. It's there. I'll tell you what, mate. I'll look up the entire film. And if I can get it, I'll watch it. But I was going to try and watch some of the other films we mentioned last time. I couldn't get El Topo, but I'm going to. I only looked on two sites anyway. One of them you can't download anything on anymore, but I think you can stream stuff on it. So I may watch that. Dead in the Hell House was on that again, but couldn't get them. Shot Caller, I don't think I found that. But Blue Ruin, Liam, I've actually downloaded and gone to watch, and I think that looks alright. So I'll put Super Troopers on this list. I'm always interested in anything, you know. The Hairy Man Walsh had a buddy who used to use WD-40 on his 2-2 long rifle, dried out the internal workings and the gun malfunctioned. All right, well, that's an interesting thing to know. You know, it's little things like that you don't know. Weapons Stuff 93, yeah, a few people make the mistake of using WD-40 rather than gun oil. Yeah, silicone gun oil works a bloody treat. Yeah, you have to watch out what oil you use on guns. I once was asked to clean a 410 shotgun for someone. This was before I really knew what I was doing. And I made the mistake of putting silicone gun oil on the bolt. And then what happened was, when you tried to I think it was silicone gun oil anyway. It was something that shouldn't have been used to move, like a moving part, like the bolt. And they couldn't pull the bloody bolt out. So I had to clean it all off and put, like, I think it was gun grease on or something like that. Or it was gun grease I put on, something like that. But yeah, can make a big difference. Callum Peach, just make sure you get the right gun oil, because gun oil is also a sex oil. Oh, what if you look for gun oil? For fuck's sake. Gun oil, it always makes me think of cockpit shine. Whoever came up with that name for something, cockpit shine. Fallout player, WD-40 works good as a barrel lube of rust, but yeah, don't use it for the receivers. Yeah, it's surprising. You just think any oil would be fine. You know what I mean, for most things like that, but you've got to watch out. Got me coffee. I put it in my special cup today. Just got any one I can find. Weapons and Stuff. I just use classic gun oil inside the guns and silicone lube on the outside. Yeah. To be honest, a lot of the time, you don't really need to start messing around inside too much anyway, you know what I mean? But if you do, you want to use the right stuff. The silicone lube is great because it stops dry rot in gas masks as well and makes them shiny. Ah, nice. That's a good tip. Only thing is, next on my list of stuff to buy was going to be silicone gun oil, because I haven't actually had any for ages. All I've got is a couple of rags left that have just got enough like soaked into them to clean the gun still. But I do actually need to get some. Every single bottle I've got is empty. Fallout player, sad day today, the last day for coyote hunting Their breeding season is over and there's no point in hunting them in summer as they're too hard to find. Nice thing about coyote hunting is there's no seasonal hunting license needed. Oh, nice. It'd be interesting to do stuff like that. Obviously, we don't really have anything like coyotes over here. I think up in Scotland there might be some wolves and that, but definitely 100% wouldn't be allowed to shoot them. But you can do like deer shooting over here if you go to the right places. Fallout player, that's the same thing. Callum Peach, just don't put silicone lube on rubber or silicone, it'll mess it up. Alright. When stuff 93, silicone lube is fine for masks despite them being rubber. Well, it's probably different kind of rubber, isn't it? Or it's also very thick, you know. Well, not always thick, is it? But you know what I mean. But yeah, you know, you would know. So, but you have to be careful what type you use. The ones with added stuff in it is what causes problems. All right. I seem to have a dry mouth before I've even started today. Right, I'm going to call you Xerox, mate. Xerox as Ava-Ux. Xerox. You right, mate? He said, hello, human being. All right. Captain's on, you right, mate? Yeah, got a couple more coming on now. Andre said, is that a QBZ on the wall? No, mate. I don't know off the top of my head what a QBZ would look like. But if it's this one, this is a Chinese model 86S bullpup rifle. I mean, you know, because I could just check on my computer, but last time I started messing around on my computer, it started disconnecting from the internet. So I like to, you know, not do that. But you know what? I was going to get out. I might have a look at see if it's in there. I was going to get my gun recognition guide out. Every time someone mentioned a gun, I was going to look it up. Fallout player, yeah, coyotes are a big nuisance here. They kill livestock, so lots of farmers will actually pay hunters to go on their land and shoot them. In fact, the DNR supports the practice. Yeah, we can. When my cousin goes shooting rabbits, that's a similar thing. He's not paid to do it, but it's to do that. But yeah, we haven't got nothing big like that. Weapons of the QBZ is the Chinese rifle that came after that one. Both are bullpups. All right. Andre, yeah, isn't that named QBZ? Well, this one in particular is just called the Chinese Model 86S bullpup rifle, as far as I know, anyway. Weapon stuff, nah, it has the old type name, Type 86S, yeah. Yeah. Weapon stuff, for some reason, foxes here are still protected despite protected species, despite all the problems they cause. The only thing is, I completely forgot about foxes. Yes, I suppose we have got something like coyotes, but yeah, but like Liam said, you wouldn't be able to shoot them. Some of the posh people go killing them with dogs and horses when they're not supposed to and get away with it. But you certainly, well, you know, you can shoot them, can't you? Because I think SRS Powers shoots them occasionally, but I don't know, like, you know, I don't know a lot about it, to be honest, but I'm sure I've seen him shooting some. Harry Man Walsh, any expiration date on the ammunition if stored properly? I'll be honest with you, mate, I wouldn't know that. I've only got like air rifles and all that, you know. I'm not 100% sure. I suppose there probably could be. Fallout plate, is that one of the old Smith & Wesson revolvers? I think that one up there is a Smith & Wesson, like a copy of a Smith & Wesson. This is a Smith & Wesson, but not a revolver. And these ones, I can't bloody remember what they are now. I don't think they're Smith & Wessons. Paul Brewer, hi Mike, checking in. All right, mate. Like that. old stove vid the other day. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Funny thing is, that was a bit of a spur of the moment one. I just got up that day and I thought, what can I do? And I thought, fuck it, I could make a stove. So yeah, it's weird. It just come out all right, didn't it? Weapons and stuff. You have to sort out all the stuff first, so it's paperwork nightmare apparently. Yeah, I think you can't just go out and shoot one. Yeah. I know someone who was actually a farmer and they caused him loads of issues. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what SRS Power does. He oh yeah, Colt Python. Yeah, that's a Colt Python, that one. I don't know what it is with me. I sometimes just can't bloody. As soon as I'm put on the spot, I can't even remember the name of my own guns. Captain said I shoot World War II ammo regularly. Fallout Player. Ammo stored in a climate-controlled area, and if the casings aren't rusted, they'll still work. Weapons and stuff. The Colt Python 357 revolver was always the revolver I thought looked the best. I'll tell you the ones I always liked. I've never been able to get one though. I've always liked the Dirty Harry type ones with the sort of almost like a single barrel, if you know what I mean. These are single barrels, but I always like the ones where it didn't have this bit and at the bottom. Do you know what I mean? Where it was a nice, just a round barrel without this bit here. I always like the big Magnum like that, you know. But I never managed to get one. Captain, I have some 8mm from the 40s though that hang fires. Hey man, Walsh. Russell's made a cool revolver with the barrel at the base. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I'm going to loosen my belt a bit. Tighten my belt up too tight. Can't bloody hardly breathe. Don't know when you've got a bit of a beer belly. Keep leaning forward. Andre said, I think it uses 9x93 ammo. That's interesting, weird. Shane McCurdy, alright mate, he said, weapon stuff and collector. Just bought 2 S10 Avons from my boys, coated in nasty dust. What's the best way to clean them? Well, as far as Liam will definitely tell you, but I know you can clean most of them with just soapy water, but he would know better than me, you know what I mean? But that's probably just talcum powder as far as I'm aware. Alan Peach, yeah, 44 Magnum, Smith & Wesson. Andre, it's like Vash the Stampede one. Weapons and stuff. The Nagant revolver is the only one I remember that can fit a suppressor silencer. Yeah, I've seen that. That's quite an interesting one, isn't it? And I'm sure when you pulled the trigger, didn't the cylinder go forward and it would press against, so there was no gap, wasn't there, or something? That was the one. Don't worry about trigger safety. This is a replica if anyone comes on. I'll put that back for now. X-Ray Zulu's on, alright, mate. Evening, Mike. Cracking stove, Tinkerbell. Cheers, mate. I was saying that was a bit of a spur of the moment thing. I don't know why. I just woke up that day and thought, what can I do? Fancied doing a video making something, but I didn't. I fancied making something where I didn't have to use power tools all day because it just does my head in after a while, drilling constantly. So I made that. I knew it would be easy, sort of thing, you know. Weapon stuff said, I did a video on cleaning them, fill a sink with washing up liquid, dunk them in, give them a gentle scrub, should come off fine, yeah. I thought I'd better not say totally in case there was bits in that gas mark I didn't know about, but yeah. Alex Fitzy, well mate, love your videos. Alright mate, thanks for joining in. Fallout Player, round here deer hunting is in October for a week usually if you're state residents. If you're a state resident, they cost $35. If you're from out the state, they probably cost $150. Turkey hunting in spring, the price for a license is the same. They don't last long then. I thought it'd be longer than that. Just a week. All that Player, man, the hunting stories I could tell. Callum Pete, yeah, the Nagant cylinder moves forward when firing, so it has a closed gas system. Yeah, I remember watching a video about it. Weapons off, yeah, it has a massive trigger pull pressure, 40 pounds or something daft. Bloody hell. Kilo Foreman, get rid of your gun now, you British revolutionary bastard. Fuck's sake. Fallout player, the new Jurassic World comes out soon. I watched one of them new ones of that recently. I think it was the first new one. What was it? Jurassic World? I can't remember. But you know, like the new one that come out. Or I may have seen, yeah, no, it was that one. I thought it was quite good. Websoft 93, don't dunk the filter though, make sure it dries properly. S10 is mostly plastic and rubber though, so there shouldn't be any parts that will rust. S10, Liam, is that the one that you like? Your favourite one, isn't it? Is that the one that the SAS used to wear? Next way, Julie, yeah. It's the powerless tools bit makes it clever. Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's handy, isn't it? Knowing that you can make something with that tools. A lot of people look at things, I couldn't do that, but you'll find most of the things I make will be with either the most simple tools or like that. No tools, you know what I mean? It worked good, didn't it? What should I do with Keelu Foreman? Let's see, I'll get rid of her. Right, weapons and stuff. My favourite is the CT12 FM12 that replaced the S10. But yeah, the S10 is brilliant, comfortable, good field of view, works with iron sights and scopes. Britain used it from the mid-80s to the 2010s. Andre said, RSH12 is my favourite revolver. Jane McCurdy, cheers. Yeah, as I say, well, you asked him anyway, but yeah, as I say, but from what I know from watching his videos, yeah, you can pretty much just wash them in water, you know, soapy water. Jeffrey Green, I'm back, right, mate? Under a 12 by 55mm. Paul Brewer, got any plans for hand tool only gear? Yeah, well, there's lots of things, you know. Like I said, most of the stuff I make really simple. But yeah, in the future, I could definitely do things. Well, I'll put it this way: I'll always try and make things the simplest way you can. But yeah, if we can come up with stuff where you could only make it with hand tools, I will. Weapons stuff like SAS technically used the SF10 variant, but very similar. All right, yeah. What's the SF10? What's the difference from that? It's got a drinking tube, or is that something completely different? Joe Destroys, all right, mate. Have you tried to forge a blade, mate? No, never yet, because I haven't been able to do a forge yet, but that is on my plans. I'd like to make a forge. I've just never got around to it yet. Fallout player 3030. Mark, what's your smallest and biggest gun? What would be the smallest one? Not sure. Be one of these pistols though. Smallest one's probably this one by the looks of it. Biggest gun, well, I used to have a Bren gun once. Biggest gun would now probably be the pump action shotgun at the top, I'd probably say. Yeah, I used to have a Bren gun once, so I had to sell it. I don't know if you've ever seen a Bren gun, but that was massive. Fallout player, it'll blow a gopher to pieces. Tumbo, right, Tumbo? Nice to see you on, mate. Thought if I'd done a Friday night or a Saturday night, some of the people who missed these would get on a bit. You know what I mean? Fallout player, but damn, those old lever actions are heavy. Paul Brewer, cool mate. Jeffrey Green, what's your opinion on the US president? I don't mind Trump, you know what I mean? He's got his funny ways, but how I judge an American president is what they think of Britain. And he likes Britain, so he's good for our country. You know what I mean? Any US president who likes our country, gets on with our country, it's just always going to be good for us, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's the only way I see it, really. Weapon stuff. I think the drinking tube was taken off of that model. Not entirely sure as I don't have one. Main feature was the filter could be fitted to either side. May have had polycarbonate lens as well. Hey man, Wolves, that brand was sweet. I know, it was a sad day when I had to sell that and the Uzi, but well. You know what I mean? I can't remember what I needed the money for, but I needed it desperately, because otherwise I wouldn't have sold him. You know what I mean? It was in the days when I never got any money at all, so I had to just, it came down to things like that. Whereas nowadays, I always, because I've got like knives stashed from being sent, I could sell them if I need, like the dentist or some bollocks like that. You know what I mean? Weapon stuff. CT12 was the SF10 successor. FM12 was the S10 successor, but any of those, if you get one for 30-40 quid, is very good. All right. Canopy, just search brake, drum forge. That will start you off real cheap. Well, the problem was for me is even just getting the bloody coal or the I was so tight for money I couldn't even get like the charcoal bricks or whatever. You know what I mean? But when I probably could now I've got the Patreon, I could probably do a forge like at the end of the month. It was things like that. I never had the money for. I never even used to have like £3 spare. You know what I mean? Never had anything. Jacob Taylor, right, mate? X-Ray Zulu said, brain gun, proper gun. Yeah, I know. I wish I. Oh, well, I say I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't, but thought tough shit in it. You know what I mean? Wormsoft, my granddad said he was trained to strip and reassemble the Bren blindfolded, but he actually used the Enfield. Nice. Andre, I hate poly lenses. They scratch too easily. Why don't they use glass on gas masks? Romanian gas masks are cheap as dirt and have glass lenses. Fallout player. If you Google Winchester 3030, that's what I use for hunting deer that can be used to take a bear if need be. I think I know exactly what you mean though. Shane McCurdy, 2 brand new S10s, 4 filters and bags, 25 quid each from Johnson's of Leeds. Jeffrey Green, ban all semi-automatic guns in the US. Captain said ban all idiots, it's not the guns. Alex says, how did you get your swords? Well, I'll be honest with you, mate, I haven't bought a sword for over 15 years probably. That one and that one was bought online from Range Right Limited. If you don't know what Range Right Limited is, go onto my channel and look up Catalogue Nostalgia and you'll find the catalogue that I actually bought them from. And the one up the top there was given to me as a present. I remember the bloke giving me it. I went round his house. He'd moved to our area. He hadn't lived up here very long. And he just one day decided to give me that sword. I was drunk when he gave me it, and I had to walk home with it. And I'd imagine I was probably waving it around a bit as I walked home. This was quite a few years ago, more than 15 years ago. So, yeah, I've not bought, but you can buy swords online. You know what I mean? You can buy swords online. I think they just have to be handmade. But most companies know that now, so you just go and buy a sword online, get it sent. You know what I mean? Fallout player Jeffrey, no, just we have the Second Amendment for a reason. Hell, we used to get away, used it to get away from the king. Yeah, exactly. Jeffrey Green, lol, it's a prank, bro. Fallout player, that's good. Callum Pitch, you can get a massive cold steel machete that's as good as a sword anyway. As big and as good as a sword if you really need one. Yeah, exactly. The Gladius is good for being practical. 2 sharp edges and a point. Very good for shit hit the fan event. Yeah, exactly. In fact, it's really good for that, I think. Jeffrey Green. In fact, I have a fully functioning machine gun, shotgun, bazooka, and tanks. So do I, mate. I just show these. These are like my these are my small things. The tank, the fighter jet, and all that, just in the garden. Hey man, Walsh, I bought a cold steel Latin machete 8 years ago, and it's still serving me well. What is your opinion on cold steel? Personally, I like cold steel, and I like Lynn Thompson. I know he's over the top and a bit mental, but I love him, to be honest. I think he's hilarious. And he shows for a big man how fast you can be. Because he looks, he looks fat, but he's fast bloke, and he doesn't look all that unfit, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't mind him personally, or cold steel. But they do. I'm saying that apart from a cold steel pocket shark, I've never had any cold steel knives in that. But from what I've heard, they are good stuff. X-Ray Zulu, Alum, the Smash It. It's a bigger copy of a trench fighting knife. Yeah. Next time I'm going to definitely get my I was going to get some knife books and gun books out, so I could look at them quickly. Before that player, I'm going to get a shortwave radio soon. Might be able to hear broadcasts from the UK and the US. Now, that'd be an interesting thing to do. I like doing stuff like that. We've got a scanner somewhere, but the problem is you can't hear a lot of stuff on it anymore. Andre said, Jeffrey, what? Are you FPS Russia? Yes, I'm planning a communist revolution, he said. All that player, man, that'd be badass to get an M117. Weapons 5, all right, mate. All right, Stu, good to see you on, mate. Weapons 93, the cold steel shovel and machetes are great because they're normally under 40 quid. Weapons Survival 94's got some cold steel stuff, so he'd be able to tell you how good they are, as well as Weapons Stuff 93. Yeah, like I said, I've never actually had a cold steel knife, but I've seen them, held them, and I've never had any complaints from what I'd call like normal knife collectors. You know what I mean? But, you might. It just all depends, doesn't it? Shane McCurdy. I bought a stab-proof vest also today from Johnson Leeds for a tenner. Oh, nice. That's a good deal, that is. Hey, man, Walsh. Agreed. He's mad in a good way. Exactly. That's what I think. I like him. I like characters. I do like a good character. That's if we're still talking about, yeah. For a second then, I couldn't remember if we were talking about Donald Trump or Lynn Thompson. Because that could apply to both of them. Simon, just got back. How's it going? All right, Simon, good to see you on, mate. That's it. The old views are going up a bit now. Don't forget to like this. Share it about if you can. Andre, folding army shovels here for £3 at supermarket. Oh, nice. I love that you can get things like that at supermarkets. It's amazing. X-Ray Zulu, cold steel pocket Bushman. Good folder. I've got to smash it. It's bigger than a trench knife, but good for keeping weeds out of the garden. Yeah, exactly. Jacob Taylor, I really want to at some point get one of those cheap Swiss Army styles knives and make it proper good. Like put some scales on it, sharpen it, put a needle point on it, things like that. Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing to do, mate. Can't beat the old Swiss Army knives for legal carry and that, you know what I mean? I've got a knife here I reckon would be good legal carry if it was the right size, but sadly it's too big. Some of you will know these, but those of you who don't, the Duke knife, it's a completely steel knife, the carbon steel blade, no lock. The only problem is it's too big. But do they do a smaller version that would be legal carry? Paul Brewer, the cold steel shovel is tough as. Use it for everything. Cold steel. Use it for everything. Cold steel make tools. Yeah, exactly. Harry Man Wolf. Jeffrey Green, I currently have 10,000 militia in my head ready to fight for communism. Yeah, good. Weapons 594. Yeah, I've never had a problem with cold steel. I have only ever bought their budget stuff. Don't know what the expensive stuff is like. Yeah, you've always rated it, haven't you? You've always said the stuff you've got is good, haven't you? And I believe you, you know. And I think, you know, I think their stuff is good. Actually, Zulu, Paul B agreed. I'll see a shovel is a great bit of kit. Weapon Stuff 93. As for who said earlier, why do they use polycarb lenses on modern masks rather than glass? It's because it's hard to crack. Lots of masks now are meant to have certain impact rating. Yeah, I imagine that. Fallout player, taste it, lol. X-Ray Zulu, Victorinox, love them. Yeah, I know you do, mate. And no, they're good knives, though, aren't they? But yeah, no, Duke, I'd like one of them if it was smaller, but this one's just too big. Captain said no lock, boo. Yeah, but if you're going to legal carry it over here, can't have a lock. You know what I mean? Jeffrey Green, bet you he cuts himself with that knife. Now I'm going to put it away now, so I don't. I got enough cuts on my hands anyway from making that little stove. I got a bloody blister there and cuts all on the back of my hands. Andre said, that was me who asked about polycarbonate lens. Harry Man Walsh, must put the kid to bed. I'll be back in 15 minutes. See you in a minute, mate. Dead Not Z, there is a legal Duke 25 quid from HH. Oh, nice. Yeah, they're good knives. I like them. It's the only one I've ever had. The carbon steel blade, you know, stains and that, you know, but I bet these would last for ages because they're just steel body, rivets, so there's nothing to come loose. They got a good back spring and a half stop. Bloody good. For that play, I'll use buck knives for gutting and skinning, and they're a great deal for that use, plus they're only $45. Callum Peach, I cut down a number 12 Opinel to legal size. My EDC indoor knife is still this, the Ganzo G729. That's always in my pocket if I'm indoors or in the shed, something like that. I don't EDC a knife out that often now. It's not worth it. You can, something like this will, you know, work just as good. Andre said, anyone hunting at night with night vision and then weapons stuff like that. He said, only people. Joke. He had Michael Myers on one of his videos the other day. I'll tell you why I said Michael Myers, because the way that bloke was walking, he was like completely upright. And I don't know, it just made me think of Michael Myers for some reason. X-Ray Zulu, all Victorinox. Must see them as finger tools, but most see them as finger tools. But in my opinion, priceless kit. Just had a message from Malcolm saying he won't be on tonight because he's got a cold. Because he caught a cold off my dad because he's been coughing in his face all day. My dad has a habit of that. If he has a cold, he'll cough in your face. Right, where am I? Captain, I use green beam for lighting up pigs and raccoons at night. Well, that's great. Jeffrey Green, can you say skedaddle? Yeah, say skedaddle. Fallout player, Andre here. You can hunt coyotes at night with night vision goggles, but you have to use a shotgun. But no, only really use them round here because coyotes are invisible at night. Weapons and stuff like that. That bloke made me laugh reviewing the footage. Maybe he shit himself. I've scared a few people with the night vision. When they get close up, I switch my torch on. Yeah, he just had a weird sort of way of walking, didn't he? He went straight north, and to me, it just looked like Michael Myers. Paul X-ray, yeah. Use shovel to cut bricks after a wall, make a doorway. No, nice. Shane McCurdy, web stuff has cost me thousands. Good night. What's that? Keep buying gas masks that you refuse. Justin Kleberger. So are you allowed to carry locking knives and such as long as you don't leave your own property? yeah, I could carry anything around in my garden, you know, or in my house, but you cannot take well, you can take like a sheath knife to the woods if you've got a good excuse, or if you was a chef, you could walk around with kitchen knives. You know what I mean? But if you want to walk around up the local shop with a knife on you, it has to be something like a Swiss Army penknife. Got to be, the blade's got to be less than 3 inches, and it can't lock. Jeffrey Green Skidoodle. X-ray Zulu Paul. It's my go-to tool now. I've not put a fine cutting edge on mine. I found it as good as it is, but they're good. Yeah, thing is, things like shovels and that, I don't think you really need to put like a sharp edge on them after time, because they'll hit hard anyway, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Wormsoft 93. You could have a sword on your belt if you wanted to on your property. Yeah, exactly. If you waved it at neighbours, it might be a different story, though. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. You know, you could walk around with an axe or whatever. You know what I mean? As long as it's on private property, you know, knuckle dust in your pocket. You cannot take them things out, you know. Not unless you've got an excuse. You know, if you was going to your job where you had to use an axe, as long as you had that axe covered up or something, you know, I wouldn't recommend walking along with an axe like that down the road. Do you know what I mean? Even if you was going to work. But, yeah. Here's another knife for you, Liam, but I still don't know if I ever did the bloody video on it or not. But there's my version of the knife that you've got. I'll show you it nice and close up, if you can see the difference. But I'm pretty sure, apart from the handle colour and the pivot screw, it's the same. This is a nice knife, isn't it? That's that one you had. You've got a version of, haven't you, Liam? Oh yeah, the Elan, yeah. Right, I've got a bit of catching up to do. For that play, if I go outside my house, there's a high probability I'll be approached by either a timber wolf or a cougar. In fact, I had an encounter with a cougar. The only reason I'm still here is because of my dogs. Right. Andre, you go to jail if the police finds a pocket knife as small as half of your palm, even smaller here in Romania. Can't defend yourself even with pepper spray because you get fined big time. To be honest, you pretty much can't defend yourself in this country. You just have to do it and hope that the police side, you know, go on your side. X-ray Zulu. Shovels kind of self-sharpening, exactly. Weapons and stuff. You stealth into the sofa with that jumper on. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I keep meaning, because this sofa has actually just got a fitted bed sheet on it. I have to remember. I've got to change it. I've got to put a blue one on or something. Because the problem is, I've only got black jumpers at the minute. I ain't got any different colour. My mum was saying to me the other day that I was just a bloody floating head in one of my videos. But I was going to change it to a blue one, and then I'd stand out a bit more. Wednesday 94, I got caught with a sheath knife when I was fishing. I said it was for filleting the fish and got away with it. Yeah, that's what I mean. You can get away with it, can't you? I like examples like that that prove the point. But you can. You definitely can. You've got to have an excuse, though. You know, like a realistic excuse. I once accidentally took a knife into a police station. And the only reason I got away with that is because all of the clothes I was wearing was brand new. And it happened to me my birthday. They knew it was my birthday. But obviously, they look at the thing and it says date of birth, you know. And he stuck his hand in my pocket and pulled his knife out. Bloody, I think it was a Swiss Army penknife. Obviously, wouldn't be illegal, would be illegal in a police station. But the truth was, I was cutting off the. No, it wasn't. It was a little lock knife. That's what it was. I'd been cutting the labels off my clothes. These brand new clothes I got for my birthday, and luckily he sort of believed me, because that was the truth anyway, because I would never take a bloody knife into the police station. And they just took it off me and left it at that. But yeah, I accidentally took a knife into the police station once when I went for an interview. Weapon and Stuff 93. The Elan EL O-Type one. Yeah, I'm sure I meant to do a video and never got around to it. Weapons of 93, other than the handle and the writing on the blade, look the same. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. It's just that. Yeah, so the Magnum, and mine's got like G10 scales, I think. I won this one off of Nicest Knives. Captain, do you all have shootings like we get here in the US? We haven't had any for ages. We have the odd terror attacks, don't we? But we haven't had any mass shootings for years, I don't think. Andre said no. The Fallout player, here in my state, we can carry any kind of knife. Don't need a reason for it as long as it's not a switchblade or brass knuckles. Jacob Taylor, how come you've got these rules like no locking under 3 inches and all that? I'm not sure, mate. It's just strict knife laws, stop people carrying knives because they think that if you're going to carry anything, you're going to stab people with it. I really don't know where it came from originally. I mean, X-Ray Zulu, Jacob, they're disarming us. Easier to round up. Lol. Fallout player, nice thing here in the US is we have insurance against a tyrannical government. Jeffrey Green can talk again as Kelu Foreman. I don't know what you mean, mate. Simon, copper. Is that a knife in your pocket? Do you know Jim or knows you? Shah, yeah. Weapon Stuff 93. Where am I? Last mass shooting, it was Derek Bird. One, whatever he called, with the shotguns. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was trying to think what it was. Yeah, he had shotguns and a 2-2 bullet rifle, didn't he? But that was a while ago. It was a grown man, taxi driver, wasn't he, or something? Andre, I used to blow 2-litre bottles with carbide. Such good times. Now you can't do that because you're 25 and you have to work. X-Ray, the Bushman is a tough knife. Been using the Baco wrecking knife for a while now. X-Ray Zulu, Paul, I'll have a look at the Baco. Bushman is definitely tough, good kit. Weapons Stuff 93 were, yeah, only 3 were Hungerford, Dunblane and that one. Yeah. Hungerford's not that far from me. Not that close either, but it's not that far. You know what I mean? It's like the next county over, I think. Here's another nice knife for you. Not a flick knife, but a sort of replica. Kissing Crane Stiletto. That's not a button, that. Lovely knife, that is. Fallout player, man, Tannerite is fun to shoot, especially when it works, when it blows up. Never done anything like that. Well, no. I don't know what the legalities of that kind of thing would even be over here. Do you know what I mean? Simon Jones, your thoughts on World War II? Wow, where'd you start? You know what I mean? I've got a big fascination on the SAS, the original SASs, you know, from World War II, how it all started. Very, very, very fascinating how the SAS started. And, you know, sort of what became of modern special forces and that, you know. But that could be a whole video on its own, you know. But if you want me to, I could do a video on that. Shah, I got caught with a knife in the UK. The idiot police didn't even check my sock. So I was uncuffed in the back of a car. Could have got them easily. Yeah, exactly. It's surprising how, you know, the things you could potentially sort of get away with. Jeffrey Green, you could start supplying guns and such to the Scottish. It would be a good business opportunity. What was I going to do? Just writing something down. Thoughts on World War II. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever looked into the history of SAS, but how it began is really fascinating. Been some good documentaries, and because they interviewed them all the what they call the originals, and yeah, fascinating stuff. How Sterling got the higher ups to make it official, sort of thing. He tricked them into it. Can't remember all the specific details who it was, but you had to be saluted by the general or something, or whatever, to make it official. And he wasn't going to do it, so you had to trick him into doing it, and it worked. Right. Fallout player. You think that Hitler really died, or do you think he escaped to Brazil? Lots of Russians and American soldiers are coming forward about some pretty crazy stuff, like Hitler body was really bad. I don't know. I think he probably did kill himself, but I've not looked into it, so I don't know. Fallout player, stunt double. Simon Jones, World War II is fascinating for a weapon. Oh, it is. It is. I'll tell you something else I like from World War One as well. Trench knives. Absolutely love trench knives. Weapons and Stuff 93. The old vehicles with all the machine guns on were called for the Reds. Yeah, well, all World War One, World War Two, it is fascinating. You know, there's a hell of a lot. You know, I liked a lot of the stuff we did over here with getting very imaginative with things. You know, we was running out of money and stuff, and they was having to get very clever with the things they was doing. You know, I think at one point we was doing blow up vehicles and putting them in fields to make it look like the fields was full of tanks and that, and it would just blow up stuff and things. Like I remember my nan saying how she was fascinated and didn't know how the hell they did this particular thing, and that was setting fire to the sea. You know, to us that sounds obvious, but she didn't know how they did that, how you could set fire to the sea, you know. Captain said I collect World War II rifles and pistols. Paul Brewer, X-ray, backer knife, 16 quid, and beat the shit out of it. You'll love it. Peach Nate, oh, he's back on his other account now. S-Mines are spooky. Jim Crowhurst, haha, Shah. I had a nicked bus hammer down my sock years back. Back of the old bill, missed it on a search. X-ray Zulu. Says originals very close to Long Range Desert Group, proper fighting men, birth of a legendary group of men. Yeah, fascinating, isn't it? Yeah, the Long Range Desert Group used to drive them in, didn't they? And then in the end, I think the SS decided to get their own jeeps and just go in on their own. Jacob Taylor, thought you were saying SS for a minute there. No, SAS, yeah, SAS. Fallout player, SAS, is that the British equivalent of the Marines? Well, the SAS are special forces. I don't know if Marines are special forces or not, but no, yours. I can't remember what the American special forces are, but it's the special forces anyway. Weapon Stuff 94. When you get a chance, mate, have a look at the trench warfare knife on Southern Swords. All right, mate, I'll have a look at that. Jeffrey Green, I smell pizza currently. I had Mexican for my dinner. Weapons and Stuff 93 was going to mention the sea trap. I always find that cheap guns amazing, like the Sten and Piat launcher. Yeah, it is a fascinating period in history, really, for the stuff they had to come up with. Simon Jones, very sad brother, killing brother, but fascinating. Yeah, exactly. X-ray Zulu, you'd be surprised how many caches haven't been found. Beach Night, like I'm eating pizza. Weapon Stuff 93. The Fallout player, Royal Marines are the Marines equivalent. Yeah, I can't remember what the off the top of my head what the American Special Forces were. Green Berets, Navy SEALs. It's equivalent to that, I think. Captain, former Marine here, 21 years, 3 months. No, nice, good on you, mate. Paul Brewer, my granddad gave me a folding Italian German rifle bayonet. Have you seen one? Possibly. I possibly have. All up play, okay, SAS is like the JOSC program. Simon Jones, I fired blanks from a stand once before. It's amazing how basic and crude the design was. Yeah, surprising really, isn't it? Yeah, weapon, X-Ray Zulu, yeah, LDRG became the SAS reset, but the bluff, double bluff and sheer bollocks is stirring. Yeah, I love it, mate. It's amazing. You know, it was down to Sterling and that and Paddy Mayne. They sort of created what is the modern special forces sort of thing. There wasn't anything really before it, I don't think. You know. Weapon Stuff said Delta would be SAS equivalent, I guess, and SBS Navy SEALs. Yeah. Fallout player, Captain 542. What's your MOS? Jeffrey Green, how easy is it to make a gun? Don't know. You look it up if you want to know that, mate. I'm not going to talk about that. Captain said mechanic, light wheels. Fallout player, Jeffrey, you American or British? At some point, I want us to talk about films a bit. We won't talk about it now because I like to let the conversation just sort of go anywhere. But I thought we could recommend some films to each other. You know what I mean? But this is all, you know. X-Ray Zulu said Delta Force based solely on the SAS. Yeah, I think it was SAS who sort of went over there and taught them, wasn't it? UK Marines powers are basically super troops. If we see SAS, what else we got? Fallout player, Captain, any deployments? Jeffrey Green, American. Jeff, piece of piss. Oh, he's on about what Jeffrey asked, yeah. Anything like that, I don't really want to talk about on here just because you don't know who's watching. Do you know what I mean? The things that you could discuss in America that could be perfectly fine, if we discussed that kind of thing over here, it would be a completely different story. Debbie does Dallas. You know what? I've never actually seen that. Jeffrey Green, we won. Simon Jones, what do you think of the future of weapons warfare regarding artificial intelligence? I don't know. I always joke that if the artificial intelligence gets too clever, just turn it off. Do you know what I mean? Surely we can do something like that, can't we? If it gets too clever for us. But I don't know. It would be interesting and weird seeing robots going into fight for you. I did find something really, really interesting in one of those terrorist attacks they had in America. That they just got a fucking robot thing on a fucking set of tracks. I'm sure it had a fucking bit of explosives on an arm. They just drove it up to him, fucking blew it up and killed him. You know what I mean? What I think that's a genius thing to do. Do you know what I mean? You ain't got to risk anyone, and the bastard's probably going to blow himself up anyway. So yeah, they just went along with a fucking bit of explosive on the thing, blew him up. Jim Crowhurst loved the SAS and read all the books. Quite into the SOE at the moment. There's weapons and the way of hiding stuff is amazing. Yeah, I like all that kind of stuff. Jim, getting a bit behind on the comments here. Captain, yes, I had 4 years active duty and 17 as a reservist. I was a firefighter for 25 years. Fallout player. Well, you have to get registered with the ATF. Then you need a lower receiver upper barrel than a stock. Weapons and stuff. I always jokingly add, that's a joke, GCHQ. After I say something that might get me in trouble, just in case they are listening. Well, that's the thing. You don't never know, do you? Do you know what I mean? X-Ray Zulu says, Simon, it's happening now. Captain, retired since 2005. Fell off a roof, fall up there. Captain, hey man, thanks for your service. Hope you're doing well. X-Ray Zulu, GCHQ, pissed myself laughing. They are watching us long. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't want to risk it. You know what I mean? Got to be careful what you say. I've had the police in here. They might put a bug in here for all I know. Beach ain't good little robot. Yeah, exactly. Jeffrey Green, I'm 25% British though. Next to Julie, Germany, World War II had robot bombs, remote control. Have you ever looked up Operation Mincemeat? That was really interesting. Simon said, send your Johnny 5 with a grenade. That'd do it. All that player. Well, Jeffrey, I was asking if you were American because I know American law is not British. Yeah. X-Ray Zulu, SOE, never demobbed. In existence. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's very interesting stuff. Yeah, Debbie Does Dallas, never watched that one. Deep Throat, is that one? I've never watched that one. I've got a box of old DVDs of that kind of stuff under here, but it won't be able to show it on here. X-Ray Zulu, Mincemeat, very interesting, very clever deception. Yeah, it's fascinating and bizarre, that one. All that player, you've seen any new Falcon Heavy launch? No, mate. Oh, no, actually, I think I've seen a little bit of it. The live videos on that, if that's what I think it is. Films, you ever watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith? No, there's a part in that film with the bomb robot. Oh, no. No, never seen that. I'll put that on the list, mate, if you want. Simon Jones, Big Brother is watching us. Yeah, definitely. Jacob Taylor. Have you ever seen Brighton Rock, mate? I've only seen the new one. Felt bad for the bird at the end. I've seen the original, and I really, really like that. In the original, the girl who you feel sorry for, in the original, she's really beautiful. Can't remember her name now. I thought she was beautiful anyway. And yeah, the original's which Attenborough is it? Richard Attenborough, when he was about 16, black and white. But yeah, no, I really like that. I think that's a really good film. I won't give the end away. Don't give the end away, Jacob, if no one's, people haven't seen it. Yeah, no, I like Brighton Rock. That's a good film. Yeah, I've never seen that new one, but I'm going to watch it. The new one's set in the 60s, I think, isn't it? Weapon stuff. I like how Franco in Spain made really stupid demands to Hitler about joining the Axis. In the end, Hitler said he would rather have his teeth pulled out than talk to a man again as a result. Not weird. Spain got to stay out of World War II and develop a really good economy. Fuck's sake. Yeah, clever any scene then. H said, yeah, that's a good film, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah, I've never seen that. It's Brad Pitt in that, isn't it? I've put that on there. What I'll do, if you lot mention some films at the end, we'll decide which one we'll watch, and then I'll definitely watch it and talk about it next time. All that player, did you know Elon Musk is on Trump's board of advisors? Stuff the MSS doesn't tell you. No, I never knew that. Alex J. Stevens, evening, Mike. All right, mate. But I've watched little bits of the live footage of the car. I do like that kind of stuff. A lot of old crap in the comments, though. Loads and loads of crap. But, yeah. I do like anything to do with sort of space and, you know. Jeffrey Green, Switzerland has guns everywhere. Does it? I don't know, mate. Don't know. And after your other comments, now I don't know if what you're saying is jokes or not. Don't forget to share this, everyone, and like it. Get some more people going. Paul Brewer, like a video book club. Yeah. You know, give it a go. Can we? Even if no one else watches it, I'll watch it, and then I'll tell you what I think. But yeah, we'll have a little vote. I've got some written down. Yeah, you know, that'd be something interesting, wouldn't it? Chances are some of us might have already seen the film, but it'll get me something new to watch. Captain, I have a Swiss K31 freaking nice rifle. I'm going to have to get my gun book out for next time to look up these guns quicker, because I can't look online, but it seems to mess my... This computer's a bit weird. Weapons 93, Switzerland is the third most armed nation in the world. Serbia second, America's... Oh, I didn't know that. Jacob Taylor, Train Spotting, that's a classic as well. Yeah, I really like Train Spotting. I've not seen that new one, though. You? Seen it? What's it called? T2? But yeah, I would watch that, but I ain't watched that yet. X-Ray Zulu, World War II, I strongly suggest you look up David Irving. I've definitely heard that name, mate. But I can't think how I know it. Right. Switzerland has almost no gun crime, though. Alright. Fallout player, lol, flat earthers where crazy people get to be in an echo chamber. Yeah, exactly. Total fucking bollocks, mate. They've got a fucking answer for everything, but no proof for anything. You know what I mean? Captain Swiss at all whites, question mark. Simon Jones films. Have you seen Dead Man's Shoes? Yes. That's one of my favourite films, actually. I love Dead Man's Shoes. Yeah. Brilliant, brilliant film. Simon, do you watch Primitive Technology, the YouTube channel? I've seen little bits of it, mate, but not a lot of it. I don't sub to them or anything, but I've seen bits of it. Fallout player, exactly. More guns, less crime. Who wants to rob someone when they are guaranteed to have a gun? The thing about loads of guns and it's very confusing. But don't Canada have a lot of guns? But not a lot of gun crime as well. Paul Brewer, aren't the Swiss full of holes already? Cheese. That's a good one. I like that. Jim Crowhurst, David Earns, very good. Look him up on YouTube, mate. I've written it down, mate. I will look that up. Jeffrey Green, but they have nice watches and good milk. Yeah, that one. But yeah, it's a fascinating thing that some countries can have shitloads of guns, don't have a lot of gun crime, and others do, you know. Weapons, I've said, a lot of it is well-educated people and good health services, etc. Yeah, that makes sense. Jacob Taylor, it was all right. T2, that is not as good as the first. I do like the book better. Never read any of what's his name, Irvin Welsh. Never read any of his books. But I would, I just haven't. Pete said they can only shoot gun at range in Canada. All right. Captain, gun crime's out of control here in the US. Fireman said, when I lived in a flat, the people with guns never got robbed. Jeffrey Green said, nah, go on. Keep getting tempted to go and see if my gun books... Oh, I've got one of my gun books up here, actually. This might help when you call out a gun and I can't think off the top of my head what it is. There's a channel called JFeather31 that does mock ESA messages. They're good thought experiments. There's some about nukes and others about biological disasters. I'll have a look that up. I'll put that on my list as well, mate. JFeather31. Jeffrey Green said, I learned how to shoot a gun by playing COD. Pete said he's got a book with a gun in it. Send the popo. JFeather31. Yeah, I'll look that up, mate. Weapons F93, get a life bin that knife. Fuck's sake. Smith Wesson has wrote something, but now it's disappeared. Jacob Taylor, I think Canada don't have a lot of gun crime because they ain't really got a gang culture as us in America have. Peach. How about no? I don't know what Smith and Wesson wrote, but it disappeared before I saw it. Don't you write either, Jeffrey Green, because he'll probably get it took off as well. I know he took it off himself, hasn't he? Yeah, might be able to have a look at the good one for quick reference is the gun recognition guide, but it might be down there. He asked where he could buy a gun, hopefully as a joke. I wouldn't be able to help you there anyway, mate. I mean, get a firearms license and go and buy one from a gun shop, I suppose. Just gonna have a look through this book quickly and see if we can find any of the stuff we was talking about. Couple there that you would like. Up and out. British Army knife. Smith Wesson said, "Hey, do you know where I can get a real pistol?" No, I wouldn't bother about that, mate. Yeah, if anyone starts too much bullshit about shit like that, I'll just delete it first, but then I'll just block you. Jeffrey Green, no, the British bastard spined him unconstitutionally. What about, man, what a disaster the big cities are. If you ever visit America, don't visit the cities in the Midwest, where all the good people, everyone knows everyone around here. Yeah, I'll tell you where I could sort of go, and my friend comes from, who's always saying come over, but I never can. Baltimore. I don't know what that's like over there. Weapons and stuff said, yeah, maybe G6 girls turned up after all. Yeah, exactly. I'll have to get rid of him if he. Don't worry, if he does, I'll just have to block him. So. Paul Brewer used to get the gun guide books in bookshops. Those were the days. Yeah. You got no. Simon Jones, you got a license for that nice bio. Is that off? What's that called? What is that from? I can't remember what it's called. It's a time travel thing, isn't it? Captain, it's the inner cities where the crime is. Country boy here, deep south Louisiana. Oh, nice. Anyone ever seen these? These are good films. Maniac Cop 1, Maniac Cop 2. Fallout player said, no, Minnesota is where it's at. We just have shit governor wants to build light rails and not put a big ass Amazon warehouse. He literally didn't allow Amazon to build here. What a joke. Yeah. I don't know what to say about that, mate. Weapon Stuff 93. Oh yeah, Tom Adkins is in Maniac Cop and Robert Zito's in it. The guy who had cherubism. Yeah, they're good films, aren't they, mate? I really like these. These are the only two I've got on DVD, but I've seen them all. Good films, eh? I'd recommend them if people haven't seen them. Jeffrey Green, lol, I'm telling you. Peach said, "Do you think Trump's wall will work?" I don't know. Probably not, because I've heard the Mexicans say that there's rivers they can just cross anyway. So I don't really know, but I don't know. If he thinks it's a good idea, it's up to him, innit? But I don't really know. Paul Brewer seen Hellcop? No, I haven't, mate. Do you want me to put it on the list? My pen gone. Hellcop. Weapons Stuff 93 said Maniac Cop 2 has a scene like the Terminator where he wipes that police station. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Or it's in the prison, isn't it? I think. Is it that one? Yeah. Yeah. Hellcop. Don't think I've heard of that one. Yeah, I'll show you some if I can get it quickly. Right, hang on. Right. See that weapon in his hand? Right, where was we? All that player. Well, walls work for Israel and China, so why not us? Well, I agree with the concept of the wall. It's just I thought there was parts of the wall where you wouldn't be able to get it all the way along because of rivers. So, but I suppose the river would stop them crossing. That's all I meant by that. Like the Israel one and like the Berlin Wall, they did work because they was just a wall with no gaps. Do you know what I mean? Simon said, "Have you seen Hobo with a shotgun?" Yeah, I thought that was all right. It wasn't. I didn't think it was brilliant, but it was good. It was worth watching. Hey man, Walsh, do you carry a sewing repair kit in your EDC Woods pack? Yeah, well, I definitely have one in my SAS 10. It's always handy because you can rip the button off your trousers or something or whatever, you know. But yeah, no, I don't always, but I have been known to. But if I've got my survival tin with me, definitely got a sewing kit in it. Weapons Stuff, Summon the Plague. I'll write that one down then, if that's one of them. Pete said, "Have you seen Rise of the Foot Soldiers?" Yes, I have. If that's the first one of them, is that the first one? Captain said, "War won't work." Yeah, I like Rise of the Foot Soldiers. That's based on a true story, in it. That's the Land Rover shotgun killings in it. I do like anything based on true things. Fallout player, how do you go around a wall that literally spans an entire continent? Yeah, exactly. I don't know, mate. No, but it's just I don't really know what I'm on about anyway. It's just something I'd heard about someone saying about there was rivers you could cross that you couldn't get over with a bridge. So I don't really know, but I'm not against it or anything. You know what I mean? Paul Brewer, cool. Just going to say nice, Johnson. Yeah. XO Zulu, handyman. Good question. Jeffrey Green, I love being here. You're going to have to go soon, Jeffrey, if you start being too weird. Said not Z by using a boat. Yeah, that's nuts. How did you go around a wall around a thing? Weapons Stuff 93. No, that's from Hobo over Shotgun. Ah, right. Yeah, to be honest, I've only watched it once, so I can't remember anything from it. You know what I mean? I thought it was all right. Just, I don't know. Pete said a ladder. That was in like to Fallout player. Build a wall behind the river also. Painful dams which walls. Yeah, exactly. What about barbed wire on top? Yeah, I know. Simon Jones, have you seen the film Shot Caller? No, but hang on, where's my thing? I've got that written down. Got it written down on here for a future thing. Jeffrey Green, I'm so sorry about breaking your British rules. There's nothing to do with that, mate, but you don't want to start being racist on a thing that could have anyone on it. Do you know what I mean? Just called being an alright person. Do you know what I mean? If people start being dickheads, I don't want them on my stream. Do you know what I mean? Captain 5214, I say let them in. They want to improve their lives. Just do it legal and go after the companies that hire the illegal. Yeah, exactly. It's about the homeless man and he has this scattergun. Oh, hobo with a shotgun. Yeah, I have seen it, lol. Simon Jones, it's an American prison movie. I thought it was good. Oh, definitely watch it. Extra Zulu, if they want in, they'll get in. We've got a sea separating us from Europe. Yeah, exactly. Now that is definitely a good example. We've got a fucking sea that don't stop people getting in this country. You know what I mean? Pete's next said preach. Weapons of you can't tell sarcasm with comments either, which is all the problem. Yeah, exactly. You know, if you're going to be sarcastic, you have to write you're being sarcastic. You know what I mean? Jeffrey Green said, I love being a dickhead. And me saying dickhead, I didn't actually mean you was being a dickhead, but you know what I mean? And then Simon said, yeah, sorry, I was just messing. I don't know what you wrote, Simon, to... Anyway, let's just forget about all that. Jeffrey Green said no lols. All that play. If you're under 18, give them a couple of years to become a citizen. If they're under 21, give them enough time to gain citizenship. But if they're over 21, they have absolutely no excuse to not have citizenship. Yeah, see, because I'm not American and I don't live there, I don't know really what to think. All I know is, from an outsider's view, it seems Mexicans seem to just want to have a better place to live. Now, I don't know whether that's the truth. I don't really know what I'm even talking about. You know what I mean? You would know better, but that's what it seems, and it seems like they want to work as well. I don't know. That's what it seems like to an outsider. Mexicans seem like they want to work at least. Do you know what I mean? Sam Ride, hail, just saw you were on live and wanted to say hi. Right, Sam, cheers for joining in, mate. Simon Jones, have you or weapons and stuff have you got a USPR gas mask? I haven't, a GP5 gas mask. The one he wears in Dead Man's. Liam definitely would, yeah. Simon said, I meant I was being sarcastic. Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, I get sort of mixed up with even what's going on, you know, with the comments, do you know what I mean? Weapons, I've said, yes, I have 2 GP5s and lots of other Soviet masks. Jeffrey Green said you should move to the US. Yeah, well, you know, I wouldn't mind doing that, you know, if the sort of opportunity arose. I mean, although I do like the UK, though, I'd have no reason to move to America, though, at the same time, you know what I mean? Simon Jones said, nice. Julie, it's not about race or refugees. The UK is like a boat, we'll sink. Yeah, exactly. Pete said you can't beat a GP5 for the money, dirt cheap. Weapon Stuff said, just don't use the filter that comes with it. Simon Jones says, it's easy to take text out of context. Yeah, exactly. You know, exactly. Especially when you're reading the amount I've got to, you know what I mean? Fallout player, a lot do, but they need to come legally. Yeah. I don't. Illegal immigration's not a, you know, it's never going to be a good thing anyway. Do you know what I mean? They don't get a free pass because they're Mexican. Plus, it's really not that hard to get citizenship or a green card. All right. Extra Zulu GP5 is the Russian one, quite cheap. Is that the Russian one? Beach Night, other stuff. FP5, just like you said. Samurai, everybody came here looking for a better life, all the way back to the start of this country. The difference is they came here through the proper channels. Ellis Island back then. Yeah, that's the difference. Yeah, you're right. Difference is coming in properly. You know, people don't really complain about that kind of thing. Jeffrey Green, you would need to get used to driving on the right side of the road. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've got a driving licence, but I don't drive. I've never driven since the day I passed my driving test. 2 reasons. One, I only really learnt to drive because it was the only time I had the money and the opportunity to do it. And 2, once I passed, I never had the money to buy a car. But I've got a licence now, so I would never need to do that again. You know, that's what the main thing about it was. Simon Jones, mass immigration is definitely a big problem in the UK. Yeah, in the UK it's a nightmare. I'm hoping at least, though, I joke to my family that hopefully all these people here be a bit like the old Romans and that they'll all piss off again. You never know, our grandchildren might be here all on their own again. You know what I mean? Because everyone might have gone back to the countries where they originate from. You know what I mean? Or the countries where they want to be, you know, want to be in. Because there are a lot of people who are their parents are not from different countries, but they're born here, so they're British citizens. You know what I mean? Can't send someone back to where they come from if they were born in England. You know what I mean? They're English. Not that I'm saying that anyway, but you know what I mean. WeaponCollector 93 housing is totally unaffordable near me. 1 bedroom small houses are 200, 300k. Yeah, it's a bit like that where I am. Not as bad as that, but you could no way afford, like a single person couldn't, and you know, couples struggle as well. Fallout player, exactly. Everyone here in the US are immigrants. People forget that. If we all did it, so did I. Yeah, exactly. X-Ray Zulu, Simon Jones. We've gone so far. It is due now. It is an issue now. Fallout player here in the US, a good apartment is 1k per month. A house is usually between 100 and 200k. Yeah, I think that might not be too. I don't know. That might not, yeah, I think that'd be all right in our terms. Jeffrey Green, which country would rather live based on the rights you have? I don't really know, mate. The only places I've ever thought I would probably like to live, if I couldn't live here, would be possibly Australia, Canada, and America. Got to be an English-speaking country for a start. Although, though, if I had to live in a different country, I would definitely 100% learn that language. That'd be the first thing I did. In fact, I'll try and learn the language before I went there. You know what I mean? Fallout player, that's for a nice house too. Yeah, I think if you converted that over to our money, that'd be all right for us. WeaponCollector 93, main issue here is Oxford University buys a lot of houses to rent for its student accommodation, forcing lower middle classes out of the area. Yeah, Oxford probably got some quite nice place, you know, bits in it, and because it's a big city. Our problem is we're quite close to London, so that means our house prices are quite high because it's just like straight up the motorway to London, you know. Pete said, I would love to buy a cheap bit of land to camp on and so on. I'd like to do that. A little, you know, field or some woods or something. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Weapons and stuff like that. I guess I'll eventually move to a remote area where I can be antisocial and live cheaply. Yeah, exactly. Thing is, you can be antisocial and you can technically still be social nowadays with the internet. You know what I mean? Simon Jones, US have so much land. Yeah. Yeah. Captain, houses on 40 acres here, but to be fair, the property was inherited. Our house on 40 acres here. Yeah, nice. Paul Brewer, weapon stuff, Scotland, lol. Sam Ride, some Jones, most of the good land has been taken by BLM though. All that player, man, remember when Russia sold Alaska to us for less than 100 million? I think it was 2 cents per acre. That's amazing. Jim Crowhurst, prices in London are right up. I have a tiny studio flat, £170 a week. Single blokes need to find a missus on the council. Yeah, that's the thing. That's impossible if you're single. I know people. One of my relatives, he says it's not even worth him working because he gets more money, disability, and the amount of kids he's got than he could ever earn. So it's just not worth it. All that player, 13 UKs can fit in the US. Yeah, exactly. Simon Jones, good plan, weapon stuff. Differ Green. Originally, the 13 colonies were subject to the British, so none of us were immigrants. Yeah, I suppose technically. Simon Jones, would you ever go off grid? Yeah, you know, it'd be hard to. You'd have to find somewhere remote, obviously, Wales or Scotland or something. But you know, there are remote places in UK. You know, England. Sorry. Not the nutters on, right, mate? Sorry to be pedantic, but being born in the UK has not made anyone a British citizen since 1983. It usually depends on parents. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really know what I'm on about anyway, mate. But all I'm saying is, if they're born here, you can't send them. You can't send someone back to another country because they've never been in that country. That's all I meant. You know what I mean? Mark's on JDS Survival. That's my twin brother. For those who don't know, just got online, been out doing the bloody shopping. Jeffrey Green. Also, there's no country before it was mostly remote tribes. Simon Jones. Lol, £170 a week for one room. Meanwhile, an immigrant walks in and his wife and kids go straight on benefits. Sam said hello to Mark. Sam Brewer. Nice shooting ranges there apparently. Next was Julie. Paul Brewer. It's the land up here in Scotland. But England won't give up. I'm English, so non-biased, but in honesty, Scotland has the space. Vital commodity. Matt said hello to Sam. Pete said, did you know that you can get a couple of acres for free in the UK? Just get someone to kick you in the nuts. Oh, acres, yeah, nice. All that player, how many people can trace their roots to the Pilgrims? I mean, honestly, probably less than 1 million. Mark said, what's the subject? Anything, just anything at the minute. It's turned into talking about land at the minute, it seems. All that player, Vatican doesn't even give citizenship anymore. Born in the Vatican gets Italian citizenship. To be a citizen of the Vatican, they have to be asked by the Pope. Hey man, Wolf said alright to Mark. Justin Kleberg, I've got to go now. Hopefully I can watch the next stream on time. See you later, Justin. Cheers for joining in, mate. H.O. Zulu said, Mark, I'm making a metal cup kit. Well, at least my ears stopped aching now. Right, here's another thing I recommend if you've never seen it. Who's seen that? If you have and you like it, sadly I heard the other day from Matt Holness himself that they're definitely not making a series 2. Paul Brewer, Scotland has the last wilderness in the UK. It's Vatican odd lot, weapons and stuff. Wouldn't want to be a little kid in the Vatican. JJ Survival, we're going to do a video soon. Fallout player Vatican is literally smaller than Rhode Island, smaller than Manhattan. Sam Ride, my messages keep getting taken down. That's not me doing that, mate. Unless you was asking, I've got a couple of words that there's a couple of words that I put on the restricted list, but unless you was asking that, like specific phrases, shouldn't be going off. I don't know. I've not seen it come up, so I don't know. Harry Man Walsh, have you seen Manhunt? Unabomb. No, I've not seen that, mate. X-Ray Zulu Paul B. Yes, that's the one reason I'm here. One can go off, not see another person, right to roam. Blacklist. Sam Road, evidently, if you mention the war that ended in 1917, it gets deleted. That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to say, that's not me doing that. I don't know why that's doing that. That's weird, because it didn't come up. You know what I mean? I've seen, yeah, weird. War at place of World War One. Sam Roger, my family came after that war. Simon Jones, what are your thoughts on female police officers? Do you have them in the US too? Who's that? Who are you asking that, mate? So over here, I ain't got nothing against females being police officers. I've noticed that normally the female police officers seem to be the more sarky, piss-taking ones if you have to deal with them, and the more weirder ones. But other than that, I don't know. Sam said Fallout can say it. Lol, I can't. Isn't that weird? That you couldn't. That it got took down when you wrote that. Very bizarre. Extra to my kit so far: 6 metal mugs and a Tesco carry bag. I'm sorted. Yeah, and a homemade homemade stove. Samurai, did you say once your family came from Scotland? Paul Brewer, yeah, it's the freedom thing, mate. I'm East Anglia, farmland and reservations. Simon Jones, some of them are hot forts in UK. Weapons I've not it should be done on a physical requirements, not gender, fitness tests, etc., as they need to actually be capable of doing the job. Yeah, exactly. Sam Road, most female officers are batting for the other team. And then Sam said, yes, on my mother's side, that was about from being from Scotland. Now it said, X-Ray Zulu, you can never have enough metal caps. Hot in here today, I must have the heating on. Who's ever seen this one? No one replied to my last one. He's too busy talking about bloody God knows what. Fallout Plus Simon, if they could pass the same physical test as males, I would say go for it. But just because they're female doesn't mean they get special treatment if they can't pull your partner from safety. Yeah, exactly. Simon Jones, that's what I was getting at. I've seen some footage of female officers being overpowered. Yeah. Well, yeah, if they're physically strong enough, you know what I mean? Captain said, I don't like serving with females in the services or as a firefighter. X-Ray Zulu, Paul B sounds good. Scotland's got some tight hunting laws, but the right to roam is great. Anywhere 3 days max, basically. Weapons stuff, I agree. Military. Well, military is slightly different. You know what I mean? Weapons and stuff are that's one that came before Blair Witch. Yes, yes. Me and Matt love that. Alien Abduction, I've seen that on here, on YouTube, I think. But I've not watched that yet. I think I may have actually downloaded it, you know. Yeah, I love a good... Them old original sort of fan footage ones are brilliant. I love Blair Witch Project actually as well. Yeah. JDR Survival, The Last Broadcast, bloody good film. Pocketful, hello, mate. All right, mate. X-Ray Zulu, Metal Cuts, piss himself laughing. Jim Crow has... Female police can brighten up your day when you're not in trouble. I've never... Sam Ride, I've never seen it. Going to check it out. Yeah. Check The Last Broadcast out. I think you like it. Simon Jones Films, have you seen Creep 2004? I think horror set in London Underground. Yes, got that up there. I like that. That's a good film, Creep. X-Ray Zulu, female frontline troops debatable. Yeah, I think females in the army is a completely different thing to females in the police, I think. You know. weapons and stuff. I think there are two versions of Alien Abduction. One is crap, one is good. Some of the scenes in it were copied into signs, quite unnerving in places. Oh, I'll have to try and find that. Jumbo Sabu, howdy Mike, you alright mate? Sam Ride, I was in the military for 22 years. Females have their own standard in the States. Most couldn't pull a male from a battlefield with gear. Pocket full. What's scrolling on your screen behind you? Well, can't you quite? I don't know. Can't you see it? It says on there about supporting me on Patreon. It says subscribe and follow. It tells you what my who my Patreon supporters are. It tells you that I'm featured on. It's featured on YouTube. I can put anything on I want. Fallout played the movie. Paul is a good movie. It's an alien movie with Seth Rogen. I've never seen that. That's Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, isn't it? But I like them two. Is that an Edgar Wright film as well? Or did they just have them two in it? Well, I do like them. Captain said, bingo Sam. Pocketful, favourite horror film. Look out for Demons. Fantastic Italian horror flick. Now, is Demons the one where they're in is it cinema or a theatre? Is it that one? And the bloke with the flick knife, is that? If that's it, I have seen that. Simon said, can you cook a solid aluminium painting in solid aluminium paint mixing tins? They hold a litre, and some paint shops give them away free, or that's the residue of the alley. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure, mate. Malk might know about that if you burn it. Yeah, if you apply heat. I'm not 100% sure. But you might be able to, like, what do they call it? Not condition them, but, you know, I can't remember what you call it now. Weapons of 93. Israel ended up stopping female troops on the front lines because the male soldiers were trying far too hard to protect them and not soldiers properly. Yeah, that's the sort of issue I had. It makes you act differently. Simon said, just want to take a moment to say thank you for taking the time to do the stream. WeaponCollector always do it. Oh, thank you, Simon, for watching, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you. Pocket full. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, I've seen that. I like that. It was good. Demons is Dario Argento in the cinema with the demons. The guy in the mask in it, that's the director of Cemetery Man. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have seen that. I think I watched it on the Horror Channel. What a good film. Did they make any sequels to that? Because it ends like it's going to have sequels, don't it? Jim Crowhurst, The Accountable with Ben Affleck is bloody good. Oh, The Accountant, sorry. I'll put that one on the list. Getting behind on the other things now. Right, The Accountant. Now, Sam Ride. Mean Machine. I don't think I've ever seen that properly, you know. Is that the prison one? With Vinnie Jones. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's football, isn't it? Yeah. X-Ray Zulu, weapon stuff, Israeli guns. Some of the best guns ever made. Foul version, pocketful. What did you think of Demons? One of those I saw when I was younger. Never forgot. I liked it. I didn't think it was like the best film I've ever seen, but it was good. It was very zombie-ish, wasn't it? You know, the demons are zombie-ish. Yeah, I definitely did like it. Simon Jones, are all Israelis conscripted? No idea. Vinnie Jones and Jason Statham are in it. Yeah. Radio 5, I've seen Mean Machine Sound. It was pretty good. Yeah, present and football, isn't it? Fallout player, females belong and support for the frontline troops. My sister was in the army. She served in Iraq in 2005. She did not like it when females were allowed in combat. X Zulu Simon said yes, conscripted, but are willing. Tough lot, pal. Pocketful. That's it, weapon stuff. Good spot, mate. Pete said, throw the paint can in the fire for an hour and stand back. Should be cleaned after that. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I meant. You know, you can burn like the stuff out, I think. It's not condition it, but you know, you sort of, I can't remember what you call it. Fallout player, she agreed most women couldn't do the job. Sam Ride, Now, Vinnie Jones is my favourite British actor. I like Vinnie Jones in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Pocketful, Reanimate is another good horror flick. Yeah, Reanimate. Is that what you mean? Yeah, he did, right. Yeah, Reanimate. I love that. We talked about that last time. Weapon and Stuff. Yeah, there are several sequels, but not seen those. One of the sequels was directed by the guy who did Cemetery Man, as he did all the stuff with Argento. Ah, nice. JGI. Yeah, Sam went from football movies. Yeah, Sam went from football to movies. Done pretty good. Oh, Vinnie Jones. Yeah. Reanimate, a brilliant film. Yeah, I agree. Paul Brewer, did you see Danger 50,000 Volts or something like that with Nick Frost doing live stuff? No, I've not seen that. Pocketful, the original Fog is an absolute classic. Yeah, there's quite a few John Carpenter fans in this stream. I absolutely love The Fog, The Thing, Halloween. Yeah, I could just name most of John Carpenter films. Do you know what I mean? Dumbledore Brawl in Cell Block 99 is a good movie. Yeah, I'm tempted to watch that. That's with can't remember his name now. Mate, you did the remake of Psycho, isn't it? I can't remember his bloody name now. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that soon. JJ, Sam, I quite like Jason Statham, but his American accent is a bit weird sometimes. Sam Ride, Dumbles, I was wondering about Brawl in Cell Block 99. I might have to check it out. Pete said, Snatch, brilliant film. Yeah, definitely. Simon Jones, do you watch anime? Yes, mate, I do. I've got things like Akira and that on DVD. Yeah, I quite like anime. Well, I say anime, manga sort of thing. I've never got into proper anime stuff, but that is anime, you know what I mean? Pocket for all the Demon sequels are absolute guff. I might not bother checking them out then. Weapons and Stuff like 3, I saw a really good Spanish prison movie that was on Amazon. Can't remember the name though, but it was brutal and good. Oh, nice. Simon said Danger 5,000 Volts was brilliant back in the day. No, I don't think I've seen that, you know. Nick Frost was good in it. I do like Nick Frost though. I've got Spaced up there, the first thing he was in, I think. Fallout Player, please tell me you've watched Spaceballs. Yeah, I've watched Spaceballs, mate. That is good. Couple of times. I ain't got a DVD though, but I've watched it. Sam Ride. Pete Snatch is awesome. Simon Jones. Good for the health, bad for education. Oh, nice. What channel was it on? Was it on Sky or something? And then JGR said, Mike Golgo 13. Yeah, who's ever seen the professional Golgo 13? Now, that is a brilliant anime. Pocketful. Thing, John Carpenter version is truly brilliant. Yeah, I watched the Thing about, well, just before Christmas because I like watching it when, I love watching the Thing when it's really cold, and I like being cold while I watch it so you can get into it a bit more. I'll tell you something interesting. Who's heard of Quentin Tarantino's new film, The Hateful Eight? That's set in a snowy environment. Some of the music in Hateful Eight is unused music from The Thing. Simon said Space was brilliant. Yeah, definitely. Sam Rod said the closest I got to anime was watching Heavy Metal before school in the morning while smoking it up. I watched Heavy Metal about 6 months ago. It was really good, and I was going to try and get Heavy Metal 2000. Fallout Player said R.I.P. Stephen Hawking. Yeah, sad, wasn't it? Dumble Sail Boo. The Mist is great. Yeah, I like The Mist. Never read the book though. What stuff like I watched a Korean animated film on Amazon the other night. Soul Station. Zombie film was quite good. I've never seen that. I'll put that down. Hank said Naruto. Yeah, never watched those but heard of it. Simon Jones. Do you have any recommendations for sci-fi horror crossovers? Oh, I'd have to have a think about that. Maybe I'll write it down, and then next time I have a live stream, I'll tell you some. Event Horizon's good, though. Pete said R.I.P. Simon said without space there would be no Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz. Yeah, exactly. That's all three of them, isn't it? Edgar Wright, the director, and Simon and Nick. Pocketful, you need to grow a beard when you watch it and put a flamethrower on your back. Yeah, exactly. Weapon stuff, bestiality they used in it is from the thing. Yeah. I thought there was one that was unused as well. I don't know. Samurai, Tarantino's a hypocrite, anti-gun leftist, but worships them in these movies. Yeah, exactly. Some of them are weird like that. You know what I mean? Pocketful, Day of the Dead. Yeah, love any of the Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead. Dumble said, the remake of The Blob. That's one of my favourite films, mate. I really like that. Weapons stuff. Check out Hammer Quatermass films. Frankenstein ones as well. Quatermass ones, I've not seen them, but I want to. I've sort of read about them and they seem really interesting. Fallout Play Lol, I'm trying to post a link to a clip from Paul, but it's not letting me. Yeah, I think they don't let you. I think I might be able to do one, but I think that's it. Simon said, thanks, bro. JDR, just finished reading Blaze by Stephen King, as we should Batman. Bloody good, weird book, highly recommended. Fallout Player, the new Cloverfield was pretty good. Yeah, the new Cloverfield was probably actually one of the best films I've seen recently. You know, I've really enjoyed that. I like all the Cloverfield films, but actually probably in order: the third one, the second one, then the first one. Yeah, I like that. What was it called? Cloverfield Paradox. I really like that though. I highly recommend that. Peach said Taxi Driver. Yeah, another classic. Weapon stuff. Quatermass films were what John Carpenter used as inspiration for Prince of Darkness. Ah, right. Weapon stuff. All about weird sci-fi horror stuff. Yeah, I think I've seen bits of them on the telly. Isaac Gomez down. Look at all them weapons. Fallout Zombie Land is a great movie, funny as hell. Not seen that yet. Sam Ride. Peach, Robert Neal, Taxi Driver Classic, and Deer Hunter. Jumble Cell Boo. I don't know if you was watching, but look. Maniac Cop has a couple of nice knives in it. Dust Devil has a great looking Bowie in it. Judge, yeah, sci-fi and horror work well together. I'll have a think of some, because try to think off the top of my head, I can never think. Isaac Gomez. Been hugging with Blade lately. So I don't know what that means, mate. Sabu, yeah, Quatermass and the Pit is scary for its day. The author of the Quatermass series was one of the writers for Halloween 3 as well. He took his name off the end because the producers messed him around. I like Halloween 3, but like they said, they shouldn't have really called it Halloween 3, should they? Because it's a good film, but when you think it's connected to Halloween's, it just makes it confusing. JDS Survival, Samurai, yeah, Taxi Driver is a good film. Pete said, yeah. Rob, Taxi Driver, myself, Cody has in the film. All up there, right? Zombie Land in your notebook. I will do. I've actually got it downloaded already. I know what he's voting for later then. That Brit, say what's up? All right, mate. Jumble said, boo, no, just signed on. Two great minds on it. Yeah, that's a weird coincidence. But I'd even had this out. I'd even had that out because of it. You must have missed it. Sam, right, have you seen the Rob Zombie flicks? I think I've seen one of his films, but I don't think I could bring myself to watch his Halloweens because I loved them, the original Halloween, so much. I just couldn't watch them remakes. I think it would just annoy me. You know what I mean? Isaac Gomez, Blade is a vampire movie. Weapon stuff. M65 coats are great. Have two myself, want another. Fallout by Man, I hated the Resident Evil movies. Well, personally, I don't mind them, but you've got to sort of just not class them with the the games, if you know what I mean. If you class them as to do with the games, it does sort of spoil them. But I think they're all right. But yeah, they're nothing like the games, are they? Have you seen Daybreakers? I have seen Daybreakers, and that was good. That's by the Spearig brothers, I think. I like that. It's a good concept. How'd you go? I said, dang. Yeah, Simon Jones is set in the future. Yeah, do you like Daybreakers and Mark? I didn't know you'd seen that, but yeah, I really like that. Good concept. Good. It's just a good film. You know what I mean? Simon said, watch House of a Thousand Corpses. It's Rob Zombie. It's brilliant. What's the? I've seen one with the family of killers. I can't remember which one it is. Simon Jones M65 coat also features in Dead Man's Shoes. Yeah, that looks like a good good jacket. I like the old bomber jackets personally. Bomber jackets, and I got a nice smart overcoat, a Crombie. Jacob Taylor, Children of Men is supposed to be decent. Yeah, I've seen that. That is good. Pete said M65 coats are good. I don't like the hoods though. Jumble Sail Boost. Scarecrows is another classic. Is that the one where the bloke's a bit like disabled, Danny, and they it hides in a scarecrow and they shoot it. Is that one? If it is, I have seen that. Samurai Halloween Gas Mask Avenger Edition is good by Rob Zombie, but it's like 4 hours long unedited. Ah, that's weird. Weapon Stuff. Children of Men sort of reminds me of 28 Days Later, which itself is a spiritual successor to Day of the Triffids. Also recommend Triffids as a good sci-fi horror. Fallout Man. 28 Days Later music is freaking scary. Yeah, I rarely watch TV or movies, but occasionally Ring will stick something on and I'll watch it. Weapons of Night 3. The night vision jump scare and scarecrows made me jump out of my chair. That may not be what I'm thinking of then. Oh, maybe is there Night of the Scarecrow? I don't know. Isaac Gomez, do you have a brass knuckles knife gun? Bones out. No, I don't. No, you wouldn't be allowed that in this country. Samurai, Rob Zombie, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. That's the one I've seen. And a Weapons I've said that's the Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, Mike. Ah, right, yeah, nice. Scarecrows is some robbers in a field being killed by scarecrows. So I might have seen that. Simon said, Samurai, yeah, they are. Fallout Player, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a pretty good movie. Yeah, I like the original of that. Pete said, Isaiah, he won't have that. No, that'd be illegal in this country anyway. Number Sabu, no, Scarecrows came out in the late 80s with the robbers that would jump out of the plane and land on an abandoned farm killed by zombie scarecrows. Yeah, that doesn't really ring a bell. Jacob Taylor, there's a TV series called Survivors, which is really good. Set here. Not seen that. Here's something that's really, really good. One of my favourite films. Sort of almost left me feeling in shock when I finished watching it. Who's ever seen that? And this is the original one because they did a remake of this. If you've never seen this, I highly recommend this. Martyrs. And the name's not what you think it would. There's nothing to do with like martyrs as we know it. Do you know what I mean? It's the traditional what a martyr would be. You know what I mean? All that place, I've got to go. See you later, mate. Anyone watch Weapon Stuff video on Novichok? Yeah, I'll watch that. That's interesting. Black Bricks, yeah, Simon. Another similar film to that recently came out was called Husk. Same premise with scarecrow zombies. All right. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Husk. Weapons Stuff 93. Survivor Series 1 was great. Didn't find 2 and 3 very interesting. Didn't like the remake either. Jacob played the Samurai. I still want to know what happened to the bloke in the plane because he was shot by him. What is Survivors about then? Is it? I literally don't have a clue what it's about. Oh, there, I must have missed that. It's a TV series which is really good. It's set here after a virus. Ah, right. Yeah, got quite a list of films now. Saying about a film called Husk. Have you ever seen the film Tusk? That is bizarre. Fucking bizarre. Well, weird. Weapon stuff. Chinese bioweapon gets loose and kills 99% of the Earth's population. It's about the survivors trying to rebuild society. Oh, nice. That sounds good. Actually, I really like films like that. That's why I like Stand. Samurai Survivors is a post-apocalyptic series. Simon, I don't know how they remade Survivors. I know the guy in the plane at the end. I know the guys in the plane. It says my chat's disconnected at the minute, so I might have to just wait a second. Don't know whether to refresh this or not. I don't know if you can you. Yeah, I'm gonna just refresh this, so I'm not gonna be able to see what's being done for a second. Yeah, I've had to just go right off the internet. So if you're chatting, I won't be able to see anything for a couple of minutes. But I'll tell you when I'm back on. Being alright all night, man. I can't even. Why is it doing this? Alright, I'm gonna have to open another browser. I'll let you know when I'm back. For some reason, Google Chrome is saying the internet is blocked, but I know it's not because I'm still online. Yeah, so when it comes back on, I'll let you know. But for now, I'm going to be missing your comments. I may have to miss them, so don't go mad with loads of comments because I might not be able to go back and read them. No, this one's doing it as well now. If it keeps doing it, I'll just have to get them up on that one. Well, I'll let you know when I'm back. Fucking thing. All right, hang on. Let's pop this up. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this or not. For some reason, this is saying fucking internet's blocked. And I'm kicking the bloody camera about. Right, I think we better read that. Right, I will be back soon. Hang on. Just chat among yourselves. Right, where was I? Yeah, I still can't see him at the minute. Your internet access is blocked. Firewall and antivirus software have blocked the connection. How could you get rid of that? Anyone there? Good job you can read the bloody things afterwards, because it'd be a very boring bloody thing. I have no idea why it's doing this. Fucking computer pisses me off. Right, I might just turn this off quickly because it's not going to work. I'll let you know when I've come back on. Hey WC, so I've missed most of Steam. Problem is I can't even bloody hardly read the comments now. It should be back in a minute though. Just have to chat to yourselves. Weapon and stuff said BRB toilet. Sam Road, Big Brother's blocking your mic. Yeah, seems like it. I'll tell you what, it's this crappy old laptop. I've got my computer there, which works good, but because I can't read the comments and film at the same time, I've got to have it on the laptop. And the laptop's been like fucked for years, to be honest. Dumble Sabu, Christopher Lambert, The Hunted, has some great ninja weapons in it. Death Mine, World War II, Japanese, Samurai Zombies is a great ninja. Yeah, never seen any of them. K100, hey, I've read that one. Mark, has your missus forgiven you for snapping that knife? Yeah, that was funny. On my PS3, when you go on the video, it shows you a little clip of what the video is going to be, and the actual clip is him bending the knife, and it's just about to break in half. Should be back in a minute. Yeah, I'm trying to read like over there. I barely see anything. To be honest, I've been on for 2 hours anyway. But I'll carry on till about 11, I think. Virus with Jamie Lee Curtis is a good movie. Don't think I've seen that one either. Does anyone else have the Linux instead of Windows 10? Had enough of the updates and spying on me. Well, I used to tear it under. I used to use Linux. But I don't now. There's no reason I don't, but I used to. But I did find that was really good, really fast. Like you said, none of these updates that fuck your computer up. I don't even update mine now because every single time you update them, that's when your computer fucks up, doesn't it? Blackbrick said, got to go. Thank you for the stream. Oh, cheers for joining in, mate. Thank you. See you later. Right, might be back on in a minute. Yeah, I'll read normally again. Simon said Windows update is useless. Simon, another Simon. Still in the doghouse, mate. Still it was you just bending it a bit. The 800 virus is awesome. It is the one with the brutal cyborgs. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. I'll put that on the list as well. We'll have a little think at the end, see what's good to watch. What's it called? Virus? Might see if I can run another internet wire up here. Pity I couldn't see the comments on my telly somehow. That'd be handy. Weapon stuff. If you want a weird foreign movie, watch The Grapes of Death. It's French, so the women take their clothes off a lot as well. Alright, I'll put that one on. Might be back to normal in a second. I have to keep leaning over there. I can't even see myself at the minute. I don't even know if I'm on the fucking camera. Yeah, 100, yeah, I think that was 1998, not sure, Simon. Yeah, Mark, if women have something crystal here, it makes them happy. Simon, have you ever seen the movie Snowpiercer? No, never seen that, mate. Right, finally, I think we'll be back in a minute. Fucking thing, can't believe that. One good thing though, it don't really matter if I can't even see what's going on. It really don't matter because at least you can read the comments afterwards. Now you know what I mean. Like when you rewatch, you know. Oh, finally back. Put the fucking thing on so what I look like. I don't know because I kicked the bloody camera as well at one point. Weapon and stuff, yeah, it's interesting, but thought it ended a bit abruptly. The Raid and Dread are great as well. I've never seen The Raid, but I know about it. Dread, I may have watched, not sure. Simon Jones, it's English language but produced in Korean, I think. The plot is a bit far-fetched, but it's a cool movie. What Jumble Sabu said about the film. Lawless with Tom Hardy is great, Knuckle Dusters and stuff. You know what? I've never seen that properly yet. I've seen like 3/4 of it. Right. I'm going to write some names. I'm going to try and decide which of these films to try and watch, and then we'll decide what. I'll write them down, and then you lot decide which one we should watch. Right, I'll put them in here. You got to decide just one of them. How the fuck I'm going to decide out of all these though? Company of Wolves. I've seen that. That's good. Just writing some of these names down. Right, that'll do. You lot have a little vote over these. Oh, I'm just going to move that thing again. Yeah, I might have to run another internet wire up here. Stop this happening. That fucking pissed me off, that did, to be honest. Extra, don't know if I've ever seen that one, mate. Yeah, it's a classic for you. I've seen the film Body Parts. Is that the one that John Carpenter? It's like an anthology. Is that Body Parts? No, I think I missed that about the Cannon's Revenge of the Ninja. I missed quite a few comments at one point. No, I'll tell you what, Matt, them things are just stuff that people have recommended. Jabberwocky, Jumble Saber, I've got that on DVD. That's a good film. Do like that. Yeah, Runaway Train. Liam likes that as well. Palmer said it's about a dude who lost an arm and gets a new one from a killer. No. Body Bags is what I was on about, I think, the John Carpenter thing. Simon said, is your hair grade 1? It might be now. I cut my hair with none of the grades on and to as short as you can possibly get it. What's that, 0.5? The shortest you can possibly get with clippers, though. But I don't raise it or anything. I just can't be bothered. And then JD as well said, I bet it's 0.5. Yeah, whatever the shortest you can get on a pair of clippers is what I do. What hair? Yeah, exactly. One stuff, yeah, it's a lot easier if you take the guard off. Sometimes I manage to cut my ears doing that, though. Yeah, I just like, you're probably like me. If you cut your own hair, it's just easiest to cut it as short as possible. No messing around. And it's longer between cuts then, isn't it? You know what I mean? I like nice short hair, though. You can get out of bed, you don't have to do nothing with it. You know what I mean? You never look scruffy with short hair. Do you know what I mean? Simon Jones, practical and cheap. Yeah, I've been doing grade 1 for years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can get straight out of bed with a grade 1 or 0.5, and you can't look like you've just got out of bed because it's always the same. You know what I mean? Tier 100 Magic with Anthony Hopkins as a ventriloquist. Yeah, I've seen like 3/4 of that. That's good. I quite like that. So far, the winner of the What to Watch seems to be Zombieland. But what you recommend, I'll try and watch them eventually. Simon Joe's quick does, yeah, you can clean this like same as you clean your face. You know what I mean? Jumbo Sabu, Life Force from 1985 is a great British sci-fi classic, lots of nudity in it. What's that one with Thingy Fonda, Jane Fonda in? I wouldn't mind watching that. Barbarella, I've never seen that. Damron, I heard on satellite radio, 93,000 litres of beer is lost to facial hair in the UK each year. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Time 93, I like it because my hair doesn't stick up. Masks still better to my face, and I keep my dermatitis under control. When my hair gets long, people always think I have dandruff. Well, funny thing is, I get as soon as my hair starts getting a little bit long, it gets really greasy. I start getting spots on my face more. You know what I mean? So it's just there's a lot of reasons to have it nice and short. You're all right. Diamond Jones, only problem, got to have a hat in the cold. Yeah, exactly. Weapons stuff, but it's actually like eczema. JJ Survival, who else cuts their own hair? Lol, I do. And Vin moans, I have a hair in it. Yeah, and Tetsuo is crazy. Never seen that, but heard of it. Weapons and stuff. Life Force is another canon film. Lol, yeah. I couldn't work out what's going on for a second there. T800, like Tokyo Gore Police. Never seen that. Simon said, see if you can get one of the American friends to send you some Twinkies to eat while you watch the Zombieland. Oh, I have to do that. My mate probably would. T800, yeah. Not yet any good. Taboo. You keep buffering, mate. How's it? I'm probably going to go off in about 10 minutes anyway, because people go to bed at 11 o'clock here. Even though it's a Friday, I better not stay on too late. If I was doing it somewhere like in the Wendy house, I could probably stay on later, but I better not. Because the problem with these chats and that, you talk quite loud without meaning to, sort of thing. You know, to compensate, because you think, oh, they're going to be able to hear me. You know what I mean? Might stay on a little bit. I might not go off straight away at 11, but I'm going to go, if I hear like bedroom doors shutting, I'll go off. You might be able to put it on a lower setting. Yeah, it might just be. Yeah, put it on. What I did with maps, I put it on like 140 because it don't really matter anyway. I mean, what you see. Oh, Tetsuo is from Akira. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. It's been so long since I've seen that, Simon. I can't remember. Weapons After Night 3 said, Twinkies sometimes turn up in UK shops. The Hairy Man Wolf, great live stream. Thanks for passing a few hours. Got to dip out. Take it easy, fellas. Cheers for joining in, mate. See you later. Simon Joe's no buffering is down to the viewer's bandwidth. Dead, yes, well. Yeah, Vrin once got Twinkies from somewhere in the UK. Not sure where. Simon said, yeah, the Twinkies you get in the UK are stale. I was sent some and realised that they're £10 a box in some places. Dumble Sale Boot. Dead silence. Yeah, I've seen that, mate. That's good. Weapons and stuff. B&M's or whatever they're called. Sometimes have Twinkies in. I get flapjacks from there, about 20p each. I have had Twinkies before. You can buy Twinkies in Tesco's, but they are stale. Ah, right. Hey, man, Wolves, take it easy, Sam. Simon Jones, Twinkies are gay. You should only eat vegetables and meat. Can't even eat too much meat, to be honest. That's bad for you. Everything in moderation. I'm starting to learn that. The older I bloody get. Weapons and stuff, you should eat them while watching Die Hard. Well, like I said, I like to try and get into these films. If it's a snowy film, I like to sit around being freezing cold. You know what I mean? So maybe I should get the food in. 800, have you seen Guyver? No, I haven't, mate. Is that that's an anime, isn't it? Or a manga? Dave, yeah, that's what I would have said. Sam Jones meat and two veds. Simon Jones, yeah, just messing around. Simon, exactly what I was going to say. So what's everyone at tomorrow? Because I might do another one of these tomorrow. This was a spur of the moment one. But if you want, I might do another one tomorrow about this time again, 8:30 to 11, if anyone's interested. Don't worry, there's penetrations. I guess it's yes. Dumble Sabu, what's your favourite Rambo film, mate? First Blood is the best. I 100% agree with you. The first one just feels... It's quite an emotional film, isn't it? And it's sort of realistic and... I mean, it's more about him and the post-traumatic stress disorder and that, isn't it? And, you know, yeah, I love the first one. The others are good, but they're more just mental shooting sort of thing, you know what I mean? You know, one-man army taking on an army, you know. No, I like the first one the best, definitely. And I know Malk does as well. Yeah, Andrew said, yeah, but also live action films. Ah, right. Yeah, I think the Guyver, and that voiced by David Hayter, who does Solid Snake. When it sounds good, doubt I'll be doing much of interest. All right, yeah, I reckon tonight I did this because I was just bored shitless and I wanted to do a video today. So I thought it's either do a video today in the day when I don't really want to, or just do one tonight and do something I want to do. Do you know what I mean? And I thought I'll definitely do one tomorrow. I won't do one Sunday because I know, Liam, you do one Sunday, don't you? And Mark does one Sunday. So we're all on at the same time. So it's probably easier if I do one tonight and tomorrow, and then I can watch yours Mark's Sundays. Do you know what I mean? Simon said it's been a good stream, mate. Entertaining. Cheers. Yeah, I love them. I always love them. Simon Jones going to be getting colder this weekend, apparently. Yeah, I heard that. X-Ray Zulu said First Blood, best one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I heard snow or something. like the old thingy's coming back in, whatever they call it, Beast from the East, whatever. Weapons and stuff. It's meant to be a new moon tomorrow, so I might film the night vision at some point. Ah, nice. No, right. I still have an OD green jacket like in the first one. Yeah, I think Jumble Sabu has some of them jackets. I think. Maybe Sunday, depends really when I think people will watch. Simon Jones, anyone seen the movie Bloody and Blood Out? I don't think I have. I just was in the day where I was, the weather was lovely. I even was in just a t-shirt. Simon Jones, did anyone vote for the films? I think the only ones I got was 2 votes for Zombieland and 1 vote for Virus. It don't matter. I'll watch any anyway. I'll probably just watch them 2. But I'm going to watch. I'm eventually going to watch them all anyway. I'll have to do that properly next time and pick just a couple of them. Women's Have Rambo has an M65 jacket just like Travis Bickle. Oh, nice. Yeah, the things to vote for is Zombieland. I can't remember what ones I wrote down now. Zombieland, Husk, Virus, Grapes of Death, El Topo, Legend of Hell House, Shot Caller, Blue Ruin, Super Troopers, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Over Simon Jones, yeah, a bit dated now, good in the 90s. I recognise the name of it, but I can't know if I've seen it or not. Yeah, Jada, have you mentioned on here Bad Boy Bubby? No, I haven't, Matt. I'll tell you why. I was going to try and get the DVDs out for them each, and my Bad Boy Bubby DVD's under my sofa somewhere, I think. But I'll actually get that out and actually show them next time. But I love Bad Boy Bubby. It's completely mental, but we'll have to actually have a proper talk about that. Actually, Liam, you'd like it. It features gas masks in it. Actually, have you ever seen Bad Boy Bubby? Yeah, that features gas masks in it. Yeah, Mark said most insane film I've ever seen. It's about a bloke. It's Australian. It's about a bloke who has he spent his entire life in that one room, Matt? And yeah, he's never come out this one room. He's been told if he leaves the room, he'll die. Because there's gas out there or something. And every time his mum goes out, she puts a gas mask on. I won't say too much about it, but it's well worth watching. Oh, it's brilliant, Liam. It's amazing. Weapons and Jumble Sabu said weapons. Yeah, got 2 screen accurate jackets with the brass tips. Cost me an arm and leg. Yeah, I thought you did, Jumble Sabu. Have you seen David Firth's stuff on YouTube, such as Salad Fingers, Jerry Jackson, and Burnt Man? No, I don't think so. I'm afraid though I might have. No, we'll have to check it out. Check it out, Liam. I think you'll like that. Simon Jones, any film with gas mask in is good, yeah. Paul Brewer, Bad Boy Bubby, lol. It's brilliant. It's really bizarre. I don't want to spoil it, but Dan said I've come to inquire about your spoons. I'll check out David first. The name rings a bell though. Tyler Fingers quote. Paul Brewer, have you seen it too? Insane film. Watch Jerry Jackson, you'll piss yourself laughing. Alright. Right, what was it, David first? Got that written down. Dark Man, yeah, love that. I was going to watch all of them. I was going to watch them all soon. I don't think I've seen the 3rd one. I've seen the first one loads of times. But yeah, I may watch them all soon, all of them. I haven't seen the 3rd one, but I've got it. You got the license for them spoons. Damn, Ryan, I guess I should go. I probably should clean the horse shit off my boots for my date tonight. See you later, sounds good having you, mate. Yeah, 100 defo my fave off David Fluff. I'll check them out, definitely. Weapons off, I like the Punisher film, Everyone Hates Warzone. I think I've only seen the original well, the original two Punishers. And the original one of Dolph Lundgren and then the other one of Thomas Jane. Seen them two. Can't remember the old one, really. But I liked the Thomas Jane one. Yeah, see you later, Sam. Well, there's two old ones, I think, Simon. Like I said, the Dolph Lundgren one and the Thomas Jane one. But I think there's like four now, or maybe more. Yeah, there's the 80s one and three 2000 ones. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought there was. Paul Brewer, JJ, I've seen the 90s pirate copy. Found a bit was funny. Yeah, I'll get for next week, I'll get the Bad Boy Bubby DVD out and show you it and read the back of it to you. Tier under Spawn or the Crow. JJ asked, well, cheers, someone if we do a vid Saturday or tomorrow. Ray Stevenson is the Punisher in Wars. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one, but I may have seen bits of it. I think I had to block two people today, you know, in these first time I've ever had to block two people in a chat. I knew it would come eventually. You know what I mean? Working stuff. I found Bad Boy Bobby's IMDb page, so I'll check it out. He has an MK5 mask on. Ah, nice. Yeah. It's really interesting because he's never ever been out of his house. He's a grown man and he's never been out of this house because he's always been told if they leave, he's going to die. So he spent his entire life believing if he goes outside, he'll die. And it's quite like a rude, well, you'll see anyway. I think it's well worth watching. And his experience when he goes out. Blimey, thanks for informing me. I've only seen the two modern ones, I think. I remember one was vastly superior. Yeah, I quite like the two originals. I said the two originals, like the 80s one and the Thomas. I like the Thomas Jane one. T800, did you play Punish on PS2 with Brutal? No, I've never played that, mate. Simon Jones, why did you block them? They were GCHQ. Yeah, exactly. That's why they had to be blocked. T800, Cradle of Fear. No, never seen that. Reminds me of the game The Bunker. I don't think I ever played that either. JJ, I've had to block a few people before. Luckily, it's quite easy to do, though. Yeah, exactly. Simon Jones used to play Max Payne on PS2. Sick game. Yeah, I've got Max Payne 2 still. I've still got a drawer over there full of my PlayStation 2 games. And I've still got a working PS2. And I still, every now and then when I get bored, I get the PS2 out, you know. Burnt Offerings is another good haunted house film. I'll have to check that one out as well. I'll try and definitely watch some of these this time. Simon Jones, they were blocked because they were enemies of the free man. That one. John said, Pet Cemetery scares the crap out of me, especially the Zelda cat. Yeah, exactly. Well, she keeps calling out, Rachel, Rachel, and that's my sister's name. And she says she saw that when she was a kid and it like scared the shit out of her and gave her nightmares. I still go on about it to her to this day sometimes like that. Yeah, that's quite. That bit always used to make me feel slightly sick as well because of her spine. Yeah, I love Pet Cemetery and the book. Simon Jones, not played for a while though. Last game I played a bit of Call of Duty Ghosts today because I was bored. Just every now and then I fancy doing a online first-person shooter, but I always notice after a while I get bored of it. And stuff like the old lady bit in The Shining. Yeah. That actually I'll never forget the first time I saw that. That was horrendous. The scary bit that was, and disgusting as well. Yeah, make you feel a bit sick. Good film, The Shining. I do like Stanley Kubrick's version. It's a very, very good film. It's not really The Shining though, but it is probably one of the best ones ever made. JGR said, Jumbo Sabu, the book is decent. Film is very good and close to the book, I think. And Pet Cemetery True was when Gus rips open the bully's face with a motorbike. I've seen that, but it's been so long ago, I can't remember what that bit looked like. Simon Jones, do you play Mad Max? I was trying to say then. Did you play Max Payne 3 set in Brazil? No, I've only ever played the first one. Be back in 1 minute. Just need to go downstairs quickly. First time I saw the shine, I swapped with my mate on a video tape. The Mad Max game was actually really good. I didn't know they did a Mad Max game, you know. All right. Right, might stay on for about another half an hour, just checking if people want to sleep. Yeah, I didn't even know they did a Mad Max game, you know. Tier 100, the new one on Xbox and PS4. Now I'm still on a PS3, mate, so I wouldn't be no much further than that. Diamond said Mad Max game was good. I played it because it's free on the Game Pass. Is that on the new consoles then, or? Diamond Jones, how much water do you guys in the drink per day? Are you worried about contaminants? Contaminants in tap water? Well, to be honest, I drink a lot of tap water, and if I could get away with it, I wouldn't. But there's nothing else I can drink really. I mean, but it does worry me that I could potentially be putting contaminants in my body all day long, basically. I mean, but apart from getting a filter or something, there's not a lot I can do. But I drink a lot of water anyway. I would probably drink at least 2.5 of those a day easily. Weapons and stuff. I think they released Mad Max on PS3 and 360. I'll have a look for that, because if I can get it cheap, I'll buy it. Is it all right, though? Do you reckon, is it a good game? I heard there's estrogen in mange water from birth control. Yeah, I've heard that as well. And they can't filter it out. Weapons stuff. It's basically open world in the desert. There's a horror area in north of the map. I'll have a look, because I could probably get that quite cheap now. Number Sabu, Darkman was great. Avoid the sequels. I'll probably watch them anyway. I've seen the second one, but yeah, the original's the best, isn't it? Because it ain't even got Liam Neeson in the others, has it? Tier said, so do I've noticed it tastes different in different areas. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can have a tap water here, and you can go to where Mount lives, which is about fucking kilometre away, and it's completely different. Simon said, I drink mostly tap water run through a Brita filter. And that's what I would like to do. And then I'd feel sort of a bit more okay about it. But I ain't got no choice. But I don't drink anything other than black coffee and water, and then booze, you know what I mean? But I don't drink like Coke or anything like that. Or Diamond Jones said, scary. Yeah, exactly. Diamond said, Yorkshire water is good. At one point, we had the Japanese come over to copy some of our shit. Oh, nice. Yeah, you know, I do wonder what's in the water, but I ain't got a choice, do you know what I mean? But I have thought about the thing about estrogen in it and that, and the water is properly messed up. The cycle is quite amazing, but it's ruined. Yeah, exactly. Pocket full. Yeah, I'm back. All right, I'm probably gonna have to go off at 1:30, but I'll stay on. It's gonna be a 3-hour one today, I think. They get longer and longer, don't they? That's not true. Yeah, you're right about estrogen in the water. Male fertility rates have been dropping since the pill was introduced. Apparently, it's hard to filter out properly. Yeah, I either read that or saw it on the news. Tier 100, my tap water is really nice, not earthy or metallic. No, I'll be honest, mine is nice. But yeah, I do wonder what's in it though. Tier 100s, no, I've read that. Number Sabu, Deadly Prey is great, back from the 80s. So low budget, but actually quite good. He cuts a bloke's arm off with a machete and beats him with it. Is that the one with, he's a big bloke, bald head, moustache, and they're hunting them in, is it like Africa or something? Weapons, I remember Red Letter Midas video on Deadly Prey. Media, you might like it, right? Red Letter Media. Right, I'll look that up, mate. What about Hatchet? I just watched I've seen all the Hatchets so far. I just watched the latest one, Victor Crowley. I think they're all right. They're a good bit of but they're not the best films you've ever seen, but they're a good bit of escapism. If you want to watch like a new classic slasher type film, they're worth watching, aren't they? Simon said, Mad Max. Simon Jones, maybe we should start collecting and purifying rainwater. Problem is that water is a closed system. Yeah, exactly. Red Letter Media. Yeah. Fucking hair sticking out my nose again. I had to cut my bloody nose hairs earlier. Simon Jones, the water cycle. Look it up. There isn't any clean water. Yeah, I'll drink water all day. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen that Jumbo Sale, the original Day of the Triffids series. But again, it's something I would watch. But yeah, some of these I obviously won't get the chance to watch all of these, but I'm gonna try and watch some of them and get back to you lot next time. You know, when was After 93? Yeah, very dark for a BBC thing, but that was back when the BBC was good. Yeah, it's something I'll definitely watch. Mark said you still need to watch White Blood. Yeah, I've got that. I think I may actually even have that downloaded ready, Matt. I've just got to be in the mood for certain ones. Do you know what I mean? Colin said, is that some of your homemade liquor you made? I saw the video when you posted it. No, just water, mate. I know it's Friday, I probably could, but no, try not to. I only drink like once a month now, and it ain't been quite a month since the last time, so. When it gets to about around the 20th, I can drink again. There's my own little rule. And then Mark said, and White Dog too. I'm pretty sure, Mark, I've got both of them downloaded. Thanks to the Survivors, that was a good show. Yeah, some of them mentioned that earlier. I've not seen that. Simon Jones, have you got a still for alcohol? No, the only thing over here, I'm pretty sure if you want to start distilling stuff, you need some kind of a license. And I just wouldn't feel that safe doing it. You know what I mean? Simon said, hang on, where am I? Yeah, weapons I said we was talking about Survivors earlier. Simon said, the video on the homemade liquor I meant. Yeah, no, this ain't that though. Yeah, this ain't none of my homemade stuff. Well, no, glad you liked it. I'll have to check out Survivors. I don't know if I put that on here. Did you say that I had like 3 series, didn't you, at least? But it didn't end. Has it been one of them that finished without an ending, or it's going to be continuing? X-Ray Zulu Survivors, it's close to reality, especially with recent events. Simon, yeah, I've heard it illegal. I think cops mainly crack down on it if you sell it to others. I knew a few Romanian guys used to do it. Yeah, I think that's the only way you could really get caught doing it as well, isn't it, if you're selling it. Make sure you watch the old one, not the remake. All right. Jim Crowhurst, RE Firebox, saw some cheap baking guys in Poundland, Finned Metal Day. Do you reckon they could work? Well, I did get a message, someone saying if you're going to do that, make sure you do it with stainless steel ones. But those ones I used, they was probably the cheapest bloody baking trays you could get. You might want to try and sand off the Teflon first or whatever, though. I don't know whether it's safe or not, but they're used for in a fucking oven, aren't they? So, but just to be safe, try and get the Teflon off first. But yeah, no, them ones I used was probably some of the cheapest ones you could get. Jim Crow, JJ, I got to go. Good live stream. See you later. Cheers, Matt. See you later. Jumbo Sabu, have you watched cutting edge videos on here? All of the BBFC cuts on all the good movies. I may have seen that. I have watched some of that kind of stuff. Simon Jones, it's illegal to make beer and wine. It's legal to make beer. Yeah, it's all right. You can ferment stuff and that. It's only if you're gonna distill stuff, you've got to have a license and then pay tax on it if you sell it. I think Mark looked into it once. It was Mark who started off this sort of homebrew that I showed you how to do in the first place. He was looking for the cheapest, easiest ways to make booze. Found that, and it's actually a really quick, amazing way to make booze. Because a lot of people don't know about those super yeasts that you can do 21%. Oh, and Liam just right. Was it Liam? Yeah, it might be a safety thing as you can go blind, can't you, from dodgy distilled spirits? Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. When you distill, you can sometimes create in the alcohol too much either methanol or ethanol. One of those can make you go blind. Simon Jones, anyone else hate the movie The Grudge? I just never liked that movie. I thought it was all right with the original one, though. You know, like the actual wherever it's from. What is where's The Grudge from? Is that a Korean one? Japanese one? I don't know. What's it called? Ju-on in it. But I liked the originals. I might even have it on DVD. I can't remember. I have got a little selection of them up there. One of the stuff, yeah, methanol is poisonous. It's why you can't drink white spirit. Yeah, I can never remember which one's which when it. If I have to do it off the top of my head straight away, I'll question myself and I'll ask you which one is it, and then I can never fucking decide. Japanese, I think the original. Don't like the remake either. No, I suppose we've all got different tastes, haven't we? I had a little phase where I was starting to really enjoy all the sort of Japanese and Korean horrors, J horrors and that, and I did buy some. So I'll have to get them down one day, but I got like a little, only about 20 probably, of sort of those kind of things. 800, what knife you EDC? Indoor EDC is Ganzo G729, I think it is, the Spyderco copy, the Axis lock. Pretty much always my EDC, I never change that one at the minute. Weapons of ethanol is used to treat methanol poisoning. Well, they should pour whiskey down you if you drank methanol. Yeah. Weapons stuff, have you seen the Wreck films? Those are interesting Spanish horror. Yeah, I like them. The only one I haven't seen is the third one, which they stopped it being found footage, didn't they? I think it's like found footage for a couple of minutes, then it turns into like a normal movie. But I would watch that. I just ain't got around to watching it. But I've watched the original Rex and watched the remakes of Quarantine in it. Yeah, I thought that was almost like a and Quarantine almost like a scene for scene remake. I don't know why they don't just just fucking dub the originals, or you know, if people. But I don't mind watching foreign films in foreign language and reading subtitles anyway. That don't bother me. How much cheaper than the Spyderco? This is about 12 quid, I think. One of the stuff I quite like. Rec 3 and 4 are regular movies, but still good. Yeah, I remember Rec 3 has the really fit woman. Yeah, I didn't even know they did a fourth one then. But I knew about three. And one of them, she's getting married, ain't she, or something? Taste the Brownie. What was your current favourite YouTube channel? I don't know. There's only about 4 or 5 regular people I watch all of their videos. And that would be my twin brothers, JJ Survival, Weapons and Stuff 93, Dwayne Myers, pretty much. Like, I don't subscribe to a lot of people. Jack Striker. I definitely don't subscribe to really many big. Scarlet Grim. The biggest channels I subscribe to are Scarlet Grim and the Slingshot channel. But I could Slingshot channel I could take or leave. Like, if I miss a video of theirs, I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? I suppose I don't really have a favourite YouTube channel, to be honest. Weapon and Stuff. I haven't seen Quarantine, but it's for people too lazy to read subs. Exactly. You know, it is, as far as I can remember, it's pretty much a scene-for-scene remake. And it just makes it pointless. You know, just watch the original with the fucking subtitles. It doesn't matter. But then some people just don't like it, do they? But I don't mind it. Some of the best films I've ever seen. Martyrs is foreign language. Martyrs is French with English subtitles. And that's one of the best films I've ever seen. Rec 3 is the wedding one. Rec 4 is on a boat. You know what? I didn't even know there was a Rec 4 then. Yeah, to answer what is your current favourite YouTube channel, that'd be hard for me to say, because the other thing is most of the people I subscribe to are similar but different. You know, Weapons and Stuff does a similar thing to me, but also a different thing to me. Malcolm, my twin brother, does a similar thing to me, but also a different thing to me. Jack Striker, similar but different. You know what I mean? Humble sailboat, estrogen in the water, no wonder I'm getting moves. Yeah, I've actually heard that they reckon that is a real thing there. That if you drink too much water, you do tap water. Honestly, I've heard that's a real thing. Doomsayer, ever seen Nightbreed? I don't know. What's is it about a bloke who goes into like another world and all the people are like not mutants, but that's the only way I can describe them, and they like half animal, half human type things? Is that? Weapons and Stuff. My issue personally is most people only watch my gas mask videos. So I'm shooting myself in the foot when I try and move away and do crossbow videos. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Because you asked your viewers, didn't you, what they wanted, and the majority said gas mask videos. And so you moved on to that, didn't you, more? And that made a big difference, didn't it? It was nice to see that, to be honest. But I know what you mean. Because I like to do different things, do you know what I mean? But it hinders me. Keep doing like I like to do try and do a different kind of video every day. And it hinders me because some people are only subscribing for crossbow videos. And I may only do a crossbow video once a month. You know? But I think I'll always keep it that way. It's just what I like to do. But yeah. It can be, like you said, shooting yourself in the foot, you know. Simon Jones said estrogen in the water. Have you seen the VHS horror films? Those ones? Yeah, I really like them because they're found footage, aren't they? And each bit's different. Yeah, I've seen. How many is there? 3 or 4? I think I've seen all of them. And ABCs of horror. They're good. Is that what they're called? The ABCs of horror? Lawnmower Man. Yeah, I like that. Simon Jones, Weapon and Stuff. You have great content. I'm sure people will like any content you do. Tom says, please don't hesitate to make more WNS. Oh, he's on about, yeah. Weapons and Stuff 93. Hey Liam, I subbed you originally was the air rifle videos. You did more back then. Weapons and Stuff. I'm currently doing a few more other videos, but I have to spread them out more so people don't stop watching. Yeah, I think you do the right thing for your channel, and you've proved that what you're doing works because of when you did it, subscribers shot up, didn't they? So it's the right thing to do. But I also think it's the right thing to do. What you're doing is every now and then whack a different one on. You know what I mean? But you know, people will find things interesting anyway. You know what I mean? But I know because I watch your views and that. You know what I mean? I've seen like Gasmaster video is definitely your most viewed stuff. And then when you do a stream, it'll go down a bit. You know what I mean? But you know, that's just how it is, isn't it? You can't please everyone. You know what I mean? When was 3 VHS films, I think. Yeah. Don't think I've seen the ABCs of Horror. The ABCs of Horror is the whole entire alphabet of horror, and it'll be A for whatever. Every single bit is so it'll have 26. You said 27 then. It'll have 26 different segments. A for whatever, B for whatever, and they're all about 3 to 5 minutes long, say. And every single one of them is done by a different director, and they'll be done by famous directors, and they'll all be completely different. They're good. I think there's 2 of them. Tom Judge, the only way to combat the bad water is strive to improve every other area of your existence. Yeah. Yeah, 100. I do enjoy the Gasmaster vids, but like the weapons more. Weapons and stuff I peaked at last December with subs and views was quite nice. Yeah, I remember seeing it. You know, anyone who I like, I support them. You know what I mean? I like seeing them grow. That was nice to see it. You know, you could see it happening. It was great. You know what I mean? Oh, the ABC's deaf. Maybe that's what it is then. Yeah, yeah. I think that is it then. Yeah, yeah. ABC's deaf, not ABC's horror. Yeah, yeah. It got different. That's quite a few famous directors. Simon Jones said, "Are you guys get demonetized for yourself?" I'm fully demonetized, mate. I don't get any money for any of my videos. That's why I had to do a Patreon account. I got chucked off years and years and years ago, probably 8 years ago, for you're not allowed to ask people to click your ads or anything like that. And there was a craze where loads of us was saying, don't forget to click the ads before you leave, or don't forget to spread the money, love. That's what we kept saying. That become like a saying everyone was saying. Don't forget to spread the money, love. And yeah, and then because of that, about probably 20 or more channels got demonetized all at the same time. I think it was more than that. There's loads of us doing it. But it was our own fault. I mean, yeah, Andrew, did you guys join Yorg's YouTube Content Creator Union? Thing is, I can't at the minute. I'm going to have to either do a new Facebook account if I do. Because I have my WeaponCollector one, which is the page. Pages can't join pages or whatever it is. I just couldn't do it with my WeaponCollector thing. And I didn't want to do it with my my like personal account, because that's got like me, my full name, where I live, my family and all that. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna, and I've joined it in spirit. I can still go on there and look, and you know, if it says to do something, I can still do it. You know what I mean? But I haven't sort of technically joined. One stuff for me, it's very hit and miss. Some stuff that should be fine is demonetized. Other videos I think are pushing it, I find, so it makes no sense. Yeah, because I don't have the monetization anymore. I don't see any of that. In a way, it's quite nice. I never have any trouble with anything. You know, it would have been nice to get paid for it, but yeah, I don't get none of that anymore. No, because I ain't got monetization, I don't seem to get any copyright strikes or anything like that either. Or, you know, the only time I've ever had copyright strikes or anything is for putting music videos on that I had set privately for myself because they weren't on YouTube. And yeah, and the Single Action Army one. That's the only one. And we've worked out what we reckon that is, don't we? I won't bother saying on here in case you know what I mean? But yeah, don't say that word as the initials either. Simon Jones, money is useful now. I'm supposed to buy supplies, but when shit hits the fan, it will all be worthless. We'll revert back to our animal instincts. So I can't wait. Someone says, if you delete or have videos removed, or do you keep the views? I don't actually know. Saying what Simon just said then, this is an interesting thing. If I had the money, I'd do it. People need to learn the old ways of doing things, the old ways of cleaning clothes, the old ways of, I mean, and I think people should keep the old tools, the old tools where you would turn a handle to run something. Do you know what I mean? You know, mechanical tools, because one day potentially there may not be any electricity or anything. You know, and then we won't have anything. So you'd need those old tools that used to be done the old way, wouldn't you? X-rays uses Simon Jones. After religion, money is the biggest con. Yeah. Well, it's like, no, you lose the views if you delete the service. Actually, yeah, I forget. I should have known that. Weirdly, I must not have paid attention to what when I was reading it. I was actually talking to Malcolm about that yesterday because I once deleted about 200 videos off my channel, and I'm actually saying that I can't. I don't know. I don't know now. Thinking about it, because I think we were saying we did. I don't know. Well, so I was ranting with a friend the other day. Schools don't teach kids how the important stuff anymore. No, exactly. You know, there's stuff that people. And the other thing I was on about computers today. That in like 50 years, there will be no one who's ever grown up not knowing a computer in that. You know what I mean? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Not ever. You know, I remember before the internet and that. You know, very bizarre. Weird, wasn't it? I'm doing especially fiat money. Is that fiat money like the majority is? Created out of thin air. Might have to go off in a minute. It's getting a bit late now. I've already stayed on half an hour longer than I should. Let's just have another quick vote then while we're here, because I'm gonna go off soon. So, I wonder if you could see my note if I hold it up. I've been writing these down really badly, so you may not even be able to read them anyway. Yeah, notes are worth nothing as we don't have gold standard anymore. No, exactly. Bet you won't even be able to read after that. Write down what you think I should watch, if you can even read them. Terrible. But there's Zombieland, Husk, Virus, Grapes of Death, El Topo, Legend of Hell House, Shot Caller, Blue Ruin, Super Trooper, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Blue Ruin I've actually got ready to watch now, so I'll probably watch that tomorrow. And then I'll talk about that next time I'm on, which may be tomorrow night. I reckon I'll do another one tomorrow. The plan was to do it Saturday night, but it'll probably be about the same as this 8:30 to when I feel like stuffing. Yeah, I looked up a little bit about Blue Ruin, no more than realistic vigilante revenge type thing. And that is the kind of films I love, to be honest. So I think definitely Blue Ruin and one other. If anyone puts a name down that's on this list, I'll watch that. And then I better go off in a minute. I'll give you one more recommendation before we go. Anyone ever seen that? Good film that is. Simon Jones, exactly. Gaddafi wanted gold standard and look at Libya now. Simon, I didn't lose any views. I still have 74,000. Yeah, I like that the guy is incompetent in a lot of ways. Some of the bad guys use crosswords. Oh, nice. Someone said, did I still show? Nope, started watching Red Dwarf though. Oh, nice. Chopper. I've got Chopper. I think you'd like Red Dwarf, mate. It's good. I just really like Red Dwarf. It's funny. It has some pretty clever stuff in when they start doing some of the time traveling kind of stuff. Quite clever. And I love the fact that they're still putting it on now. It's not as good now, obviously. You know, nothing ever is when it's been running that long. But I don't know. So you've watched quite a few already then. Anyone going to put one of them names on? Weathers and stuff with the black jumper on, you remind me of his floating face. Yeah, exactly. Might come down a bit. I'm going to either have to get a different colour jumper or change the background to my sofa. Right, as Simon Jones has put shot caller, it is now going to be Blue Ruin and Shot Caller then. That I'm going to watch over the weekend. I'll watch one of them tomorrow and one of them before the next the next thing. Yeah, don't become a soy boy. Simon, my videos got removed. Just sure if it still had my views. I don't know, mate. Simon said you left Red Dwarf late, but better late than never. Yeah, exactly. Jim Crow asked Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Right, I'll put a little star next to that as well, mate, as you've mentioned it. So I suppose I'm going to have to watch Zombieland. The films I'm definitely going to watch next is going to be Blue Ruin, and then probably either Zombieland, Shot Caller, or Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Shot Caller again. All right. Is that the one where bloke mate gets out of prison? Oh yeah, Hardcore Henry. I forgot about that. I do actually want to watch that soon. Yeah, Virus. I will watch that as well. That's on here. But I think tomorrow will be Blue Ruin and then one of the others. I'll watch Blue Ruin tomorrow before I do the stream. I'll probably do another stream tomorrow at about 8:30 again, I reckon. Don't think I'll do it in the daytime. Evening's better. Tell you what then, because I'm never going to end this, I'll call it a day now. So I'll just let you all sort of say see you later. Yeah, I'll do another one tomorrow about... I wish someone would make a movie based on the game Dead Space. I think they didn't they? There's like an animated Dead Space. If Dead Space is... Yeah, Dead Space the game, isn't it? Event Horizon, Simon, yeah. I think there actually is an animated version of Dead Space, isn't there? Oh, cheers, Liam. Well, I enjoy it when you all join in. It's good fun. Cheers, Simon. Yeah, no, I love them, to be honest. I love doing it. You know what I mean? And, you know, without you lot, I wouldn't be doing it. You know, I'd just be staring at myself, wouldn't I? So, yeah. Right. I will see you all tomorrow if you want to join in again then. I'll try and schedule it right now so that people know it's coming. I'll do another one. As long as nothing comes up, which it shouldn't, I'll be live tomorrow at 8:30. Right? See you a lot later. Thanks for joining in. See you later.